around, and then he will try to eat the handles,
Oh,
which is wild.
that's fun.
Wild indeed. All
Yeah.
right.
I found a couple cat puke with foam bits in it, so now he's not allowed with them unsupervised.
Makes sense.
All right.
Makes sense.
Well, welcome everybody to Everybody's a Mimic. I hope you enjoyed that little tidbit about Rachel's cat.
Shit, are we alive?
Yeah, he's definitely using the
You gotta give me some warning, man.
If you subscribed and followed to our stream, you would know that we had gone live. But welcome. We are Everybody's a Mimic. We are an actual play 5th edition D&D podcast that is just here to have a good time and not care about much at all. We are playing Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden, and we are joining our party as they are deep within a Duragar outpost. Last session we saw them sneak in after arriving to Caer Konig and discovering that the thieves that had been terrorizing their town had been Duragar. They followed them across the tundra of Icewind Dale and came upon their outpost after some extremely dexterous jumps and maneuvers by the party trying to make their way into a bunker. They kind of snuck in and got here to the Portcullis Gate area, and all hell has broken loose as the zombie ogre alerted all the Duragar to their presence here in the outpost. Very quickly came running the leader, and some of his other friends came running just after that. And our last round was rather exciting. Before I get into that, my name is Corey. I'm your dungeon master, and even though I tell all of my players that they need to have a one-liner, I did not have one today, so that's my one-liner for you.
Crushed it.
I'm Blake. I'm playing Dell, and I might need to attend a teamwork seminar.
I like that one. I'm Ben. I'm playing Levi, and I'm the not-so-smart guy who ran in and got launched out.
I'm Ray. I play Rosemary, your friendly fire spellcaster.
Thanks, Rosemary.
Not my fault that Corey ran you directly into my line of fire.
Well. You had the ability to shift it. It's just you accepted hitting Levi if it meant that you could hit all of the enemies as well.
Yeah, well, it's not my fault that Levi was right next to all of the enemies.
You're right. Levi, you should have learned to attack with your greatsword from a further distance.
Oh, yes.
Well, by the way, are you using your greatsword to attack, or are you using the great axe? I was using a greatsword last time because I was playing for you.
Well, I have the greatsword, and then my other one is a hand axe, actually, so it definitely makes a lot more sense to use the greatsword.
Yes. But you're not
Does
using
the,
the tea leaf halfling's ancestral sword, right? Ancestral axe.
I don't think so. As far as I'm aware, the greatsword is better.
Okay.
Like, great axe be
Well,
the same size as a human great axe?
that might be his hand axe that he has in his...
Yeah,
in
it
his
might
shop.
actually be his hand axe as the halfling hand.
I imagine it looks a little small in his hands.
You never know. I mean, dwarves being so small still have the bigger axes just because they're strong. But then again...
Well, he is a halfling,
yeah.
so...
Halflings aren't known for being bodybuilders. So, last session we had seen the Duragar kind of come out. One of the Duragar that's there in the middle, Ruvik, who is up next on the turn order, and somehow Levi is not in the right turn order here.
Yeah, explain that one.
I do not know. Anyways, he enlarged as Duergar did and ran forward. He had not had a chance to attack. Scorn, on the other hand, used his turn to run over to the zombie ogre and open up his cage. He was hit by Rosemary's Thunderwave, and the zombie ogre, I believe, was not hit by the...
All hit, it's just a matter of whether they saved or not.
That's true. Yes.
So they all took damage, but some of them were pushed back.
Yes, the zombie, the ogre and Ruvik both took damage, but only Scorn was pushed back. So, all right. Well, we're gonna take it. I believe we had Nildar attack last turn as well. Yep, I see that on my thing. So we are going to have Ruvik start up our session here with a couple of swings. He's going to go choppy chop. These Duergar are using war picks. And so we're going to find their character sheet right here. There we go. And because he is enlarged, he's going to have additional attack and additional damage as well as to his attack. And so swing with his war pick for an 11, which does not hit. I want all of my dice to be... Why are all of my dice whispers? I don't want GM dice. Anyways, so now we are up to Levi, who has just gotten shoved out of the room by Rosemary's Thunderwave. Thunderwave, right?
I believe so, yes.
Yes.
Is it just like it's a straight pushback? It's not like and you are knocked prone type of situation?
No, it's just a straight pushback.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, Thunderwave. You are pushed 10 feet away from you.
Okay, that's fun. I really failed my save, huh? That's all right. Well, I will say maybe he doesn't have any exterior wounds, but Levi's not feeling too hot after that. Yeah. Definitely.
Sorry.
I would imagine
12 damage is almost, it's just under half of his HP, so fun times. All right, Corey, I've got a Duergar to my left. I've got an Ogre Zombie almost right ahead of me. Mm-hmm. Which one looks better and worse off, and which one looks like a bigger threat?
The Ogre Zombie definitely looks like the biggest threat because it barely registered Rosemary's Thunderwave. Scorn, the Duergar to your left, he got flung and hit the wall. Actually, I don't think he actually hit the wall, but he's kind of like, he's definitely worse off. But being at as small size as him, I don't know if you would consider him to be a bigger threat than the Ogre Zombie that's right in your face. And he's most likely screaming, pieces of his mouth and cheeks just kind of flicking out.
Okay. In that case, I think Levi will step to the Ogre Zombie, wielding his great sword. Mm-hmm. And he is going to try to take a nice big swipe at him. Am I raging right now? Did you kick off a rage?
You did rage whenever you came in.
Okay, cool. So in that case, let me mark that on my character sheet because I have a little rage section. Cool. So I have used one of my rages, and we are here, and we love that for me. Sweet. I don't need blind fighting right now. Obviously the +2 damage and then the resistance, just making sure that I'm not missing anything. Okay, cool. Sweet. So I will try to attack with my greatsword. Please, Dicebot, help me out. That's a nat 20. Welcome
Hell
back.
Yeah.
Nat 20. Very nice. Ooh.
So, double dice, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I don't trust the thing to do this correctly, so it's going to be roll 4d6 plus 6. That is 26 damage.
Whew. Hit for 26.
I
Dealt
wow,
God
I
twice.
have.
Man,
This is the first time I have played a barbarian, and my first attack as a barbarian, and I am already loving this.
Well, actually, your first attack missed last time, but you know it's okay. Your
His first attack.
Well,
Your
mine,
first
me, the
attack.
player, me.
You, yes. All right.
Yes.
Um,
For Levi, that was fantastic. This is what Levi does all of the time. Is how I've always seen it.
Yeah, I definitely say. Let me look at his character sheet real quick here.
It would be really cool if I could
You kind of
if 26 damage doesn't kill him, I would like to get a limb off.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, you're kind of like you just walk up and deftly swing right across and just completely chop off his left arm, about mid forearm, and just kind of thumps to the ground. And the ogre zombie's eyes are just almost in disbelief for just a flash of a moment before they turn to pure, unadulterated rage and anger.
Fantastic.
And this thing just leans down, looking you directly in the face, and just screams. Not so much it's definitely a scream, not a roar. It has a little high pitch to it in your face. It is a rather
Levi
unpleasant
just kind of
smell.
Levi's got both hands around the hilt of his sword, and he puts the sword in between them, and he says, "All right, show me what you've got."
That is something he will follow up, but we're going to move on now to Bitte. Bitte, who is not here, he is played by Carson, our resident Goliath Ranger, is going to hack and slash at the Durgar right in front of him. He is going to grab both of his hand axes, and if I'm not mistaken, he is going to swing.
swing.
21. That will hit the Duragar. And for damage, we have 6. Why is it taking so long to pop up on this? Okay, there it goes. Getting ahead of myself, it seems. Anyways, 6 damage going to Ruvik, which is just enough to take him down. And a hand axe right to the face lodges itself in the Duragar's skull, and down goes the enlarged dark dwarf. Tumbling down, just he is dead. So that's 1 down. 1 Duragar defeated, and Bitte is going to shift himself over here to the other side of the pit so that he can get a good line of sight on all of those enemies over there, so he can start to be a ranger and chunk some javelins at them. So we're going to go to Scorn over here, who's right behind Levi. And this Duragar, seeing that his friend has just gone down, he is going to enlarge himself, which... Alright, so he is going to post.
That's a fun ability that they have.
I think I could post this here. Yeah, there we go. He's going to enlarge. Essentially, he has now doubled his size, and he gets to increase his strength. There you go. And so he steps right up inside, and he's actually going to shift around behind you, Levi, as best as he can, so that ogre zombie can really do some damage to you next turn. And that's all he's going to be able to do. And so now we're back over to Del Nadre, stuck in the what seems to be the captain's quarters of this outpost. A stone-carved bed and a desk in this rather drab room. But in the midst of it all, Del Nadre with his rapier in one hand and flaming longsword as a torch in the other hand, getting ready to beat up this Duragar.
You know, I'm not stuck in here. I'm exactly where I mean to be, just not sure why. Rogues well known for their soloing capabilities. Okay, yeah, I attack. Blech. This isn't going well.
11 does not hit Nildar. The Durigar kind of, which you don't know his name is Nildar, but I'm just saying that he is right now. Kind of just
Sure don't.
brings up his war pick to just kind of parry you to the side. He just chuckles in Dwarvish.
Yeah. Whatever. A bonus action, I disengage. 5, 10, 15.
And remember, you are moving through Entangle there, so you will have...
Yeah, 20, 25.
Okay.
I'm gonna just duck around the corner and hang out next to that switch.
All right. So then we're going to move our way back over to the Ogre Zombie. This gentleman over here is really... In fact, his size should be rather larger. There we go. He is pissed. He is not happy. And he is ready to rumble with Levi here. And we're going to see how strong Levi's skull is as this ogre takes his morning star, raises it up well above his head for a downward smash against Levi. And he rolls double crit fails.
Shit.
We love that for him.
So instead of coming straight down on Levi, he actually loses grip of his morning star as it comes down, and it's going to kind of clatter rather helplessly against the wall behind Levi, as because he was planning to smash it with the morning star, he just brings his fist straight down and kind of like hits his knees with one fist and a stump of a hand for the other side.
God, I love that for him.
Just rather upset. Very upset. In fact, so upset, he kind of starts thrashing out and he kicks the gate with the goats, and one of them looks like they pass out. Potentially a heart attack.
Oh no.
Oh no,
Poor goat.
indeed. And now we are up to Rosemary now.
Right. I'm gonna do some stuff. Alright, you're over here. So if
I can't see anything that way, so I have no idea what's going on over there.
So I'm gonna use my spirit totem. Starting at 2nd level. Here, I'll do that thing.
Oh god.
It's a big ass long druid shit.
Whoa.
So long.
The important thing is that I'm making a bear spirit right here. So within a 30-foot radius, everyone gets temporary hit points equal to 5 plus druid level, so that's 7 temp hit points.
Yay.
And we get advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws while in the aura.
Nice.
So a giant bear appears, and then that's my bonus action. And as my
That's
action,
a great bonus action.
I'm going to use my first wild shape of the campaign. And I'm going to turn into a giant wolf spider.
Ooh, a giant wolf spider.
Okay.
Here,
like,
I'll send you the page for it.
that's
Corey.
cool in theory, but like kind of gross, not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's definitely gross. She definitely looks super fucking gross because she's a giant spider now.
Of all things, that's what you go with?
Yeah.
Okay.
And since she has spider climb, I think she's gonna try to get up over here on top of the on top of the cage. And since wild shape was her action, she can't attack, but at least she's within range of the ogre zombie if it tries shit.
So Levi facing an ogre zombie who's like zombified, or obviously an ogre zombie who's zombified, and a giant Duragar behind, all of a sudden now sees just giant wolf spider just kind of crouch and like just sitting there, probably like fangs dripping with spittle, just on top of there, just looking down at him.
I don't like that.
It looks
I don't like that
directly
at
at Levi with its weird fucking like beady eyes, and then just lifts a foreleg and like waves.
Does a little salute.
The spider version of a thumbs up, which you can't do because you don't have thumbs as a spider.
So you just look like you're just like pointing a finger at him.
Yeah, I just wave, give us a salute, and then wait, because I did my action and my bonus action, so I can't attack this round.
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, Levi does not know that you're a druid, I don't think. Second of all,
don't know that I'm a druid. Pulling fucking like squirrels out of my hat.
It's never been specifically discussed what your abilities are, so I'm gonna go with no. Secondly, Levi does not know what you are able to do, and third of all, Levi is not smart, so no, he does not know that is you right now. He's just horrified.
There's a bear and a spider, and Rosemary's gone.
Yeah,
you don't know which one is Rosemary, if either.
He probably couldn't even see that because the fat ogre zombie is in his way. So
it's true.
Yeah,
and his line of sight is terrible.
You do have 7 temporary hit points, which I hope makes up for the 12 that hit you for.
Well, you know what? I'll give that a 7 out of 12. How about that?
Good enough for me.
And also, Rosemary, I gave you a character sheet for your animals so that you can add
animal.
You can make. Well, you have to add the avatar first, otherwise it's just a big picture.
Oh. Let me see if I can find a picture of a giant wolf spider.
It's just horrifying. It's like, what is this blue thing? All right. Well, if that's the end of your turn, Rosemary, then we will go over now back to Nildar. And Nildar is going to shift his way out of the room a little bit, seeing where he saw Del Nadre kind of run off. And you hear him as you move off. He kind of chuckles a little bit, and he says something that you can very pick up just by the tone and the context as to being very cocky, very confident in what he's doing, and what he is going to do instead.
As if he's got reason to be cocky. It's not like I've hit him with any attack.
He is going to just try to make his way on by you.
So it turns out giant wolf spider is a thing that exists in real life. So definitely add 5e when you're doing image searches.
Probably some like crazy Australian shit. Just like, yeah, this is this thing. It's the like Christ. That what is it? That camel spider?
Slightly less terrifying than the giant camel spider.
Slightly
still
less.
Terrifying though. I'm gonna find the worst picture.
All right. So we are gonna go 1, 5, 10, 20, 30. Del, you feel, because the ground is for Entangle is a bunch of vines, right? That are just pretty much just bunching on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't notice, you don't see Nildar, but you notice the Entangle, the ground cover, the overgrowth shift as if somebody's walking right through it, Del Nadrin. You can use a reaction to try to make an attack against this unseen foe as he moves on by.
Advantage, I assume.
Yes.
Hiya!
Oh, damn.
Hey, that actually would have been my first good roll.
Would have. But yes, unfortunately you missed. You kind of swing. I assume you're trying to like, would you have probably aimed in the air or at his feet?
Going for the air.
Going for the air. So he kind of, you hit something, but you just hear a ding, and the feet kind of continue moving off further and further away. And so he's somewhere in this vicinity.
I see.
All right. And so now, Ruvik is dead. Back up to Levi.
Okay, so rule of cool DM, I have an idea for something that if you let me do it would be great. If not, super fine. Would you let me do like a half arc chest level slashing attack that would hit both the Ogre Zombie and Scorn? Like kind of like a spin motion, like a full range from right to left. Like almost like a baseball bat swing to get both of them.
Thing that certain fighters can do.
Yes. I will let you do it.
Like an ability.
On disadvantage, and a greatsword is 2d6.
Greatsword is 2d6.
Yes. Okay. And it's going to be. That's a good question. Yeah. So disadvantage to attack, and if you hit both of them, we'll split your damage between them. If you don't, then it's basically just 1d6 for each person.
Okay. Do you want me to roll at disadvantage twice, like once against each, or just in total?
In total. So if you hit, you hit both. If you miss both.
Okay. Well, I mean, I assume we'll just take whatever roll I get, and then, unless they have the same AC, but I doubt they have the same AC.
Oh, I mean, yeah, basically they do not have the same AC, but yes, I know, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
You'll probably hit.
Here's my disadvantage roll.
Yeah. So you definitely hit the Ogre Zombie, but you do not hit Scorn. So.
Okay, cool. So let me roll the regular damage on that. So, that's with 2d6. Did you want me to split, or since I only hit one, he takes full damage?
I'm thinking on that.
Wow, I really rolled. My 2d6 were 6 and 6.
I know. No, you'll
awesome.
take just 1d6 because your intent was to swing with your power to be able to still go to Scorn. So just because you missed doesn't mean you didn't still divert your power over there. So
okay, cool.
So
this is going to be 12 damage. 12 damage actually, because it didn't add my +2 for rage.
Okay. 12 damage to the Ogre Zombie.
Yeah. As I slash right across his tummy belly area. Yeah. And also I would like to, without disengaging, I want to make sure that I'm kind of squaring my body up to kind of be as in between both of these guys and that big morning star as I can possibly be. Like, I want to make it very difficult to reach around me and grab it, if possible.
Because it's right
without
now,
disengaging.
It's right behind you. I'd say you're in a good position for that.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I want nobody to be able to pick that up and use it against me right now.
No, I mean, the Ogre Zombie would have to, pick you up in order to get to that. So,
sweet.
We will shift over then to Bitte, who is going to pull out a rather large javelin from the back of from his back. He's going to chunk one, and I don't think that he has anything yet that will assist him whenever it goes to attacking. But he could do Hunter's Mark. Oops. I wanted to show the text of Hunter's Mark. There we go. And it is a bonus action. So he's going to Hunter's Mark the Ogre Zombie, which we will mark with a I. And then he is going to chunk a javelin at the Ogre Zombie. So here's the javelin. That hits for 5 damage. And then the Hunter's Mark, just like before, 2 damage for a total of 7 against the... don't move, Ogre Zombie. For a total of 7. Oops.
Sweet.
There you go. just chunking away. He's spilling his guts in his chest. He has lost an arm. He has a javelin out the back. A little bit of a thunder shockwave damage going against him.
All in all, he's having a great day.
Yeah, you guys are doing a lot better than I thought you would be doing against him. That's for sure. Rosemary, you are no longer on the turn order.
Oh, shit. I think I deleted myself on accident.
Do you remember where you were?
I
think you were right around here, right? You went before Dell. I think you might.
I think right before Dell.
I think maybe right before Dell.
Okay.
I went after. Wait.
Did you go after Bit Day last time? Yes.
Yeah, I went after Bit Day.
Okay. I want to say you actually went after Scorn last time too.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
That sounds right, actually.
We'll put a 10 here. There we go. All right. Because I know Scorn was already in position whenever you moved your person up there.
Yeah, I was trying to replace myself with the spider, but I also don't have any visibility through the spider, so
yeah, I
deleted my character and everything was just black.
Come on, that's how spiders see, right? They're blind.
I have blind sight.
All right, so we're up to Scorn. He's sitting there right behind Levi, flanking with the Ogre Zombie. And so we are going to swing with a advantaged war pick, enlarged. Here we go. Ooh. Yes. Bam. I'll do a public roll this time. 19 to hit.
Yeah, that one does hit.
That hits. Then we have 11 piercing damage.
Cool. I will take half of that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Would you like me to take 6 or 5?
Let's do rounding up for from now on, rounding up.
Sounds good. So I will be taking 6 piercing damage thanks to rage resistance to bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing damage, which is convenient at this point.
Most
and yeah, so that takes almost all of my temporary hit points away, but that is okay because I am still looking fantastic. My cloak is billowing on its own. I've got my greatsword in both hands, and I am looking delicious.
Just like some blood and guts from the Ogre Zombie splashed on your glistening skin because you refused to wear any clothes.
Exactly.
Exactly. All right. So then, here we go. Up to Rosemary, the wolf spider.
All right. I am a spider, and I'm going to bite the zombie.
Oh, gross. You're going to put your mouth on it?
It's my zombie mouth. Or my spider mouth.
Gross.
My zombie mouth.
Oh.
If Rosemary tries to kiss anyone ever, Levi will absolutely tell them that you bit a zombie.
Rosemary's love interest. They're at like you're at a wedding that we have later in the campaign. Right as you're about to kiss, you may kiss the bride. Watch out! She kissed a zombie.
One time she bit a zombie. It was
well,
really
I didn't
gross.
actually bite a zombie, and this zombie's AC is 6.
Oh. No, you did not. Its AC is not rather good, but you still did not succeed there. And
I have a +3 to attack, and I still rolled a 3.
So
yikes.
yes, no.
I'm gonna put my token up here on the other cage so I can see approximately what I can see in my spider body. So if I put it over here, it goes over the spider.
Yeah. All right. Anything else? Would you like to shift around, move at all?
I'm gonna do weird spider twitching all over the top of this fucking thing.
Just like shuffle side left to right. All right.
Yeah, just shuffling.
This is borderline giving Levi psychic damage.
All right.
Good.
Back over to Dell, who has entered a horror movie as his enemy has turned invisible.
Chilling.
Just vibing and chilling.
All right, let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20. Can I see anybody?
I don't think so.
I can kind of see the ogre zombie. What is...
I don't think you
What
can.
is this? Is this a dog?
It's a polar bear.
There's a polar bear here?
Oh, it's her totem, her spirit totem.
Okay.
Yes,
I was like, who fucking brought the polar bear?
It is her spirit totem that is there.
What's the range on that thing? Is it just, do you just get the temp HP when it's summoned, or?
I think you just get the temp HP when it's summoned, and then you get advantage on strength checks and saving throws while in the aura.
Okay.
Yeah, each creature of your choice in the aura when the spirit appears gains temporary hit points equal to 5 plus your druid level.
Gotcha. Darn. Okay, well, I'm going to... I don't know how to... I don't know what this is going to do, but I'm just going to kind of like stab the sword into the plants. The flaming sword.
Oh.
Not like not like to try to burn it or anything, but just to like basically to set it next to me.
Oh, okay.
They're probably like, you know, healthy live plants. They probably won't burn
No.
all that significantly.
Yeah, no. Maybe the pieces around you start to char and pop.
They're probably magical. You know, there's probably protection against that. And then I'm just gonna make a short bow attack against the ogre zombie. I can't really see very well, but are any of my allies in an area where I will get sneak attack with that?
Can you see the ogre zombie from where you are?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so
He's right here.
my vision is messing up. It does not show me that you can see anybody. But if you can see people...
Yeah, I can see Ogre Zombie right here. I can see Scorn's name right there.
Oh. It must be different. It must be glitching on my side. I'm going to shift you up just a little bit. There we go. Now I can see things. Now it kind of looks like you can see things. Okay, so...
Now it's like I got less vision. I must have been in some weird, like, buggy spot.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because, like, in your corner, that little section blocks everything. But, I mean, of course, it's, you know, the way the map is set up, it doesn't take up the full 5 feet.
Yeah,
So you can...
these gates are dumb. Why would they put them in, like, the middle of the squares like that?
Yeah, it's rather off. Now, okay, so you kind of shift a little bit off to the side and take a pot shot at the ogre zombie, and you get him. Were you aiming for any particular spot, or is it just kind of like unleash it?
God, whatever I can see.
All right.
Although it seems like there's a lot of light out there now all of a sudden. I don't know.
I don't know who has...
So I feel like I can probably see over there pretty well.
Yeah, once you can...
I don't think...
I
don't think it's light. I think it's Rosemary's. It's the range for the polar bear's aura, right?
That's what the yellow is, yes. But you are also carrying a torch, Levi.
He definitely threw that shit on the ground to hold his his great sword in both hands.
Rather, yes, but you're still in the same position you were before, so the torch is there.
The torch is it's around. We've been kicking it around as we move. But...
It's giving light, yeah. Oh, well then maybe the ogre zombies should just stomp that out and remove all your vision.
Hey, you know what? Hey, Corey, do it. See what happens.
Anyways, the piercing kind of gets the ogre zombie right in the right butt cheek, and just boing, just taut right there in his ass. And he is going to.
Does it do a really cool jiggle?
It does a little bit, yes.
Nice.
And do I get sneak attack damage on that? I can't tell if the allies.
The old rogue question.
You definitely have allies nearby.
Then,
woo!
Big 2 bonus damage, baby.
Whoop, whoop.
It went a little bit deeper in his butt cheek.
It just like magically just like boop, pushed itself in like, after the fact.
Yeah, an extra half inch.
All right. Now the ogre zombie kind of like swaps at his ass a little bit, and then turns and is going to give Levi just a big ass.
Oh, sorry. I was also going to say I'm
sorry.
bonus action. I'm going to hide.
Okay. Yep.
Just kind of crouching behind the gate over here.
Okay. Sorry about that. I totally was just like, and he's done. Get out of here, Dale. All right. So the Ogre Zombie is going to actually, let's roll, see who he wants to hit. All right. He kind of noticed your spider, and the Ogre Zombie isn't very happy with the spider. And so he's going to reach up, Rosemary, and he's going to attempt to grapple you. Which, now that I realize that I said that, is a terrible thing for me to have tried to do with your spirit. But the Ogre Zombie doesn't know this. And so let's get an opposed strength, athletics, or dex or acrobatics check for you.
All right, 1 second. I need to figure out my strength as a spider.
You know when you're angry as a zombie and your first thought is to hug a spider?
Yes, I'm very familiar with this.
All right,
yes.
so my strength is 12 as a spider. And I don't have that saving throw, I don't think. But I can still make a strength check at advantage, yes?
Yes, because you have...
Also, is your dex better? Because you could do acrobatics.
Yes.
What's my... my dex is +3. So my dex is +3, but I wouldn't get advantage on it.
What's your strength score? +0?
+1.
+1.
Maybe take the strength then, just for the advantage, because you could
there's
roll like a
chance
low
for
and a high.
crit.
Yeah, let me
Chance for
do
a double
strength.
crit.
Oh,
snap!
21!
Oh my god.
The strongest spider you have ever seen in your life.
Which is crazy.
Corey spoke the crit into existence.
I know. It's good because the ogre did roll a 20. So I was like, I don't know if it's going to... You need to re-roll in high. And when you said you had a +1, I was like, fuck, you got to get a crit to do this.
The strongest spider you've ever seen. This is Spider-Man gone wrong.
So the ogre like kind
Spider
of
just
reaches...
kind of flexes a little bit.
Spider orc.
The ogre's gonna kind of like reach up to try to like palm your face, and your mandibles just like stick out and like force his hand to open, and he's just like and you like break one of his fingers. Actually, you rip one of his fingers off because it just kind of like rips off in your hand as you pull his hand apart. And yeah, so that's his turn, and he's not happy. He is not happy at all. He just kind of like, just a rather furious roar once again. Is it what?
No, I don't know what the fuck I was saying.
All right. I can take this guy off the turn order now. There we go. It's not Levi's turn yet because there is still a mysterious individual, and this mysterious individual is going to stab at somebody. Why do I keep closing his character sheet? You dummy. Actually. No. Dell, you once again hear footsteps moving just like right in front of you, right by where you stabbed in the sword. They go crunch crunch, so you can make an attack of opportunity with disadvantage as you kind of just swing at the air where you believe Nildar to be.
Never gonna pass up on free attacks. Yeah!
Oh, you hit for 8 damage. Good God.
Get poked.
Get poked, son. You draw blood. It just kind of onto the ground, but he keeps moving. It's 10, 20, 25, 30.
Hey, Corey, if he gets within 10 feet of me, you are legally obligated to tell me where he is.
I know, Mr. Blindsight.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
And so now we are up to Levi. Your turn again,
okay,
buddy.
All right. With the ogre zombie temporarily distracted, I want to very briefly turn my full attention to Scorn, so that I can hopefully start chipping away at him,
Okay.
while the ogre zombie has no weapon and no hands. So I will once again attempt to swing with the great sword.
Swing. To
Or
attack both, or just to attack Scorn?
I think just to attack Scorn
Okay.
on his own. I'm trying to think if there's any cool stuff I want to do. I don't know that I want to grapple him just yet, just because the ogre zombie is still right there, and I don't want to put myself in an awkward situation. Cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack with my greatsword, and then we'll see if we can do something else once we get one of these two out of the way. So here we go. That is a 24 to hit.
That hits for sure.
All right. So it's going to be
Whack-a-lacka.
13 plus 2, 15 slashing damage.
Ooh, you swing and off.
And I think Levi was
goes.
trying to go for like a diagonal type chop, and
Okay.
like maybe gets him in the shoulder.
You cleave him in
Which-
two. You kind of like from
yes, absolutely.
above down. You hit the left side of his neck and cut right through to his armpit, and so he just kind of falls apart.
I love that. I love that. Especially for Levi, that kind of gives him a nice confidence boost. It takes away the ogre zombie's flanking advantage on him, and now we are good to go.
Good to go. Yes. And so Bitte, or did you want to move anywhere?
No, I don't want to disengage from the ogre zombie and take that opportunity attack, so no.
All right. Bitte now is going to throw, he's going to chunk another javelin, kind of following up with what he was doing before. 11 on the ogre will hit for 5 damage, plus an additional 4, 9 damage in total. This time, this javelin goes into the ogre's other butt cheek and buries itself even more so that it kind of sticks out into the front as well.
A butt anymore.
Oh shit! I just saw that he has his favorite enemy is monstrosities. I don't know if an ogre zombie would count as a monstrosity.
It's probably an undead.
Probably an undead.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense. Then what the fuck is that monstrosity in this game?
It's like monsters, beasts, but make them monsters.
So, okay, Yeti. Gotcha. That gives me a good thing. So yeah. All right. Well then. Yeah. So that's Bitte's turn, and he's gonna shift himself around on top of the drawbridge right now, just to kind of move around a little bit, and we are going to go to Rosemary now. Rosemary, the
bite him
wolf
again.
spider. Yes, bite him in the face.
Bite him in the face. 19.
That hits.
I need a Constitution saving throw from him, please.
He is a zombie, so your poison has no effect on his already fucked up blood.
All right. So he just takes 5 piercing damage then.
5 piercing damage. 7. Let me just make sure that it's not just the condition; it's also the damage that he's immune to.
Is it? It's a matter of like having the damage or not.
Well, he's immune to poison damage. So.
Okay. Cool.
That is where he does not do that. So he's looking bad. You rip off a slice of his face. Like you bite him, and whatever you bit into just slouches off. Even his bones are almost like the bones in his face are somewhat hard and somewhat a little bit crunchy, maybe like a cartilage strength there. So yeah, would you like to move anywhere, Rosemary?
I don't want to get an attack of opportunity from him, so no.
Okay.
But there's still an invisible guy over here somewhere, yes?
Somewhere, yes. He's moving around.
Okay.
He's in that general area.
Would blind sight help me see an invisible person?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
within a certain distance, depending on how strong your blind sight is.
Does the wolf
Yeah.
spider have blind sight?
It has blind sight of 10 feet.
10 feet.
So eventually I'm gonna get myself over there and see if I can try to find the fucker.
Okay. You know that something is right around this corner.
Okay, cool. So, actually, if I scooch here, would it get an attack of opportunity, or am I still within 5 feet of the thing?
Point it again. If you scooch just 5 feet over.
Yeah. Because you said the thing was like right here-ish.
Yeah. So you'd still be within the Ogre Zombie's threat. So, because he's in that little square right there. So you would not get.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna do here, and you said that there's a guy like here-ish.
Oh,
Sorry, I'm
God.
moving my person so I can see.
Oh God, what?
This is the first time Dell is seeing the spider, so
Oh God.
What is
This giant spider
happening?
just slowly like lurks around the corner.
It's my goal that if the invisible fucker moves, I could get an attack of opportunity on him. But it's to you as a DM.
I'm sorry. Say it again.
It's my intention if I scooch over here, because you said my blind sight is 10 feet, so I'm assuming
you are
that
right.
the only...
You are right next to him. You can't see
Yeah,
him,
okay,
but
so
you
it's-
know he is there.
I know he is there, so if he moves away, I can get an attack of opportunity.
Yes.
Cool. Ignore the fact that Rosemary is here, she's just here so I can fucking see.
All right. So then we are back over to Dell.
all right, I'm going to kind of panic and try not to draw the ire of the giant spider, and just make another short bow shot at the ogre. Pew. Does a 10 hit a giant ogre
It
zombie?
does hit a giant ogre zombie.
Woo!
Yes.
Yeah, I think its AC is what, like 8?
Hey, Mr. Metagamer there.
Ah,
How dare
Extra
you know
4
stuff?
attack.
4 damage and 8.
Sorry, let me turn my DM brain off.
So let's see. So your 8 is going to put him down, but he is strong. He has a fortitude. He is going to do a Constitution saving throw. And
How about
is
with sneak
going
attack of 4?
to, 5 plus 8 is what? That's 13?
It is.
correct.
Yes. Okay. So he survives with 1. His fortitude kicks
Oh,
up,
he has-
and now he has another
he
one
has that-
because of sneak attack.
He has that sturdy ability, huh?
But this one he does not. Oh, actually, no, he does not succeed. Throwing a crit fail on his fortitude, and down he goes. Your first short bow attack kind of hits him right in the back of his neck, and he kind of freezes up a little bit as this arrow is like coming through his throat, right through his spine. And then for a second he's like, I don't need a spine. And then he remembers, oh yes I do. And down he goes.
Spines.
Down goes the zombie.
Nice.
So now all we have left
Is the invisible dude.
is the invisible dude. Who is freaking the fuck out right now.
There's a giant spider, and all of his friends are dead.
Yes, so he is going to shift. He's going to move away from you, going south, Rosemary.
So he goes this way?
Actually, wait. Fuck.
He is fully within my blind sight, so I feel like I know
Yes,
exactly
you'll know-
where he
You'll
is.
know exactly where he'll go and where he is. Can you link me blind sight? I'm still debating whether or not blind sight gives you would negate the advantage for an attack of opportunity against an invisible creature.
Let's see.
Well, I'm sure it would because you can see him. So
Right.
A creature with blind sight can perceive its surroundings without relying on sight within a specific radius. Creatures without eyes, such as oozes, and creatures with echolocation, have this sense. Let's
How does a
see.
spider with 8 eyes have this sense?
Because it's like vibrations and shit.
Okay. So then, yeah, that makes sense. So you would not have, you would not have to have disadvantage on the attack. So,
Yeah. A creature with blind sight is not hindered by such spell effects such as invisibility or darkness.
Gotcha. Okay. Let me see.
At least I'll send this. This is in the Forgotten Realms wiki.
Trying to think how Nildar would handle this situation. All of his buddies are dead. He is
But also, does he know I have blind sight?
invisible.
All his friends are dead. Push him to the edge.
I don't know. He is from the Underdark, where you would suspect that he's probably interacted with a lot of large spiders. So I'd say you might have a pretty good idea of what you could do. It's just what he wants to choose here. He's gonna take a risk. He's gonna rush away, so you can make an attack of opportunity against him. He is right here.
7.
7 misses. And so he's going to rush away. So 5.
In which direction?
Going
South, I think.
Fuck.
Going in this way direction.
All right. So he is running away. Away he goes. And now it's y'all's turn. He went south out the room.
Hold on, let me make an intelligence check really fast.
And since we are
This is pivotal to the storyline.
Yeah, I don't think I can talk as a spider, but you would see the spider make an attack at something going this way, at least, I think.
Yeah. Oh, God. I'm afraid of what this intelligence check is for.
So this intelligence check is for 2 things. Number 1, and I'll let you decide, Corey. I've rolled a 12. Does Levi understand what the spider is doing? Number 1. Number 2, does Levi recognize that the spider is Rosemary? If not, Levi is going to attack the spider now.
So, you do not recognize that the spider is Rosemary, because as you said before, you have no idea that she was a druid, which really makes me question your intelligence there. After everything that Rosemary has done. But the wolf spider did attack the zombie, so you don't suspect that it's an enemy. I would say your first assumption would be that it was captured just like everything else here. Maybe you just didn't see it the first time. Maybe it came around the corner and there's more cages. You haven't actually seen what's around the corner. So I would say you don't think it's an enemy, but you don't think it's Rosemary either. Now,
maybe Rosemary pulled it out of her giant hat.
Bitte, on the other hand, would walk over and just give Rosemary a pet, because he knows that you are a druid. He's like,
and he saw you transform, which is fair.
Yeah. Hello, little spider.
Rosemary makes excited spider noises because this is the first time she's wild shaped ever.
Excited spider noises.
Yeah.
I don't even want to know what those sound like.
Like a squeal, scream, screech kind of thing.
It's probably like a terrifying, awful noise.
In that case, Levi will pick up his torch, and he picks up his torch and he sets it on whatever it can be set on safely. If there's like a sconce or something that he could set it on for now. And he's going to, then he's going to leave it on the ground, and he's going to work on cleaning off the ogre nasty and the dwergar nasty off of his sword so that he can temporarily sheath it.
Okay.
Rosemary wants to go after the invisible guy because as a spider, I have a speed of 40 feet.
Okay. Yeah, you can rush down there. We're not in combat right now, but I'm just keeping the turn order up. So
I can make it all the way up to the door.
Feel free to move around as you wish and take actions.
Have we seen this door open? Have I seen this door open?
The door did just open whenever he went out of it, yes.
Okay, so I know he's through the door.
Yes. You don't know what's through the door, but you do know that the person went through the door. And I'm trying to think what Bitte might be doing here.
In that case, I don't want to rush into a room without my party members.
Well, considering that like now Beta has given you head pats, I think Levi at this point would begrudgingly follow the nasty spider.
Yeah, the nasty spider's like walking this way and like using her legs to like wave everyone over. Also, I'm gonna drop Entangle because I don't think we need that anymore.
Don't want to like leave Dell behind as he's stuck back there trying to make his way through these vines. He's like, "Hey guys."
I don't know. I'm kind of.
This fucking spider comes over, gives him a wave, and then like nudges him to come over as the vines drop.
I rush over and I hit the switch.
Locking it down. Just no more. The gates just go clunk down.
Oh, and then as the vines, I guess, start to dissipate, it's like, okay, hang on a second. Walk up
also,
to the closed gate.
I feel like the bear spirit is coming with me because I can actually move it with my bonus action.
Yeah, Dal,
is that you?
You walk to the gate and like everyone else is You see everyone just like following the giant wolf spider.
Wait.
Oh, hold on. Everyone, where is Rosemary?
The spider just kind of waves again.
Yeah.
Awful spider noises.
Alright.
I see.
Feeling left behind.
She gives like a little bow, similar to how she does when she has her hat on, but like the spider hand reaches up to the top of its weird spider head and doesn't find a hat, and she's like momentarily upset by this.
Levi crouches down just a little bit to get a little closer, and he gives you the tiniest thumbs up, and he says, "That's really disgusting, but good job."
She seems... she's just like, yeah, I know, and it's great.
gives you a wink with 4 of her 8 eyes. But it's not just like one side of them. It's just random eyes just kind of
randomly blink. 4 eyes. The mandibles are going.
Nasty. You know what? Levi stands up and takes a step back, actually. No, actually, I think Levi would try to take the lead here and go forth.
Yeah, Bitte's kind of just like he's situated himself so he's looking out the window as well as looking through here. Okay.
Token like so long. Do you see that?
Your token is long?
Oh, my token is like
it's moving away from you?
No, it like includes the spider now.
Huh.
You see that? Did I like accidentally select? Oh, fuck! I think I selected both of them.
Let me give the what vision does the spider have?
The spider has 60-foot dark vision and 10-foot blind sight.
Okay.
I think it might actually have better dark vision than I do. No, it has the same amount of dark vision that I do.
There you go. Now
right,
I think that's also what Levi has.
Nice, perfect.
Oh, you deleted her. Okay, fine. I'll add.
Spider.
10.
Animal.
All right. So yeah. All right. And Dell, what are you doing over there? You said you went back into.
I'm just going back into the. I opened up the door, but I went back into the chief's quarters, and I'm just searching.
Searching around.
I'm retrieving the lantern. I think
Give me an investigation roll. And you do find on the desk of the commander there is a little burlap sack that's the lantern was kind of like covered with a burlap sack, as well as several shards of a dark crystal and a crumpled up piece of paper that is written in what you can assume to be Dwarvish, but you do not know what it is.
Do none of us speak Dwarvish?
No, none of us speak Dwarvish.
No.
Crushed it, guys.
We had trouble with this last time because we were trying to interrogate one of the Duragar and we realized none of us spoke the same language.
Nice.
So you find a kind of rolled up in his bedroll a little coin purse with 25 gold pieces inside it, Dell.
That's a yoink.
Along with everything else that you found there, And that's all you can find there in the room.
Is it safe to assume that's not going in shared party loot?
You know, I found it.
Very open.
Let me know if you guys need
Me
to
and
buy
my
something.
2 gold pieces.
It's like, you got
Yeah, I think I might have like.
Look, you
think I
kind of set this up, unfortunately, by being Mr. Goody Goody Two Shoes. I have to hide all of my treasures from you.
It's true.
Yeah, because you might assume he stole it from the Durigar.
All right, so hold on. Let's
Well,
see
I
what
mean,
got.
if
35 gold.
they're dead, they have no use for it, so that's not really a problem.
But what if he had
I think
wife and
of
children?
crimes that we have committed today, I think murder is more than
The theft.
stealing.
Not actually in 10 towns. Murder is just a slap on the wrist, but theft is death.
Damn.
No, it's most definitely
So I
not.
Property counts more than people, I see.
Property's forever. People die.
All right,
Just
Corey, I
double-checking I
opened the
got
door.
everything here. I got a scrap of paper with dwarvish writing, shards of a dark crystal, you said?
Yes. We'll go with 3 shards.
And then lantern retrieved and money.
And you can roll me an arcana check to see if you can understand what kind of crystals these are.
I don't know
Or if you
shit
have
about
another check
magic.
that you think would work well against that. But you have to reason it against.
Honestly, I don't really know a whole lot about magic. I mean, I can go
Down
with Arcana, but
Cursed
yeah.
items.
Yeah, you're not quite sure what this is. It's a foreign shard of crystal.
Oh, hey, wait. Let me. You know what, Corey? Let me ask you this before I move on to the next room.
Mm-hmm.
What condition is that morning star in?
Rather rusted, very large.
Okay. Yeah, no, never mind. It's pathetic. Levi's uninterested in it.
Is completely covered with rotten bits of flesh because the Ogre Zombie did pull it out of its chest earlier.
Yeah, Levi refuses to touch it. Never mind.
It has something that's like pulsating on it.
No.
When the door, I think the spider's gonna come over and start, like, wrapping up the giant dwarfen web.
I think actually he would have shrunk down to a regular size when they died.
Wrapping up the regular-sized Duragaran web.
Levi's gonna open the door that he's right in front of.
All right, opening the door. So you open
And he doesn't do it subtly either. He just he
Opens
opens the door.
slam it open, and as you slam open the doors on the other side start. They all open up, and out steps these humans
Mushrooms?
and these nomads who all make sure we get this situation again. Here we go. Who all look like they have mushrooms growing on them. They do not look alive. Some of them are missing bits and pieces. Of the townspeople, you notice 2 halflings and one halfling and 2 dwarves. And of the other 2, they look to be kind of outlanders, maybe some nomads.
And are they they just step out and stand there
They
and do
step
nothing?
out.
Or
So-
do they look like they're going to be menacing?
Let me get into this real quick. So in this, you see when you walked in, this chamber appears to be a cell block that is lined with stone doors that have small barred windows set into them at a dwarf's eye height. Snow and wind enter the room through a barred window in the northeast corner. That's where this little buddy is right there. That you can right there, and that looks out towards the snow-covered bunker that guards the main entrance. And as you walk in, the 3 cells to your right, you can feel, you just know that something is in the cell directly to your right. But as far as everything else, they all seem empty. And the kind of spore servants we'll call them, emerge from their cell and they hold up their weapons and they begin to walk. They're going to walk forward.
When you say the cell directly to my right, is there a cell over here?
Yes. Oops, sorry. These are going to be fun.
That's fine. Now, Corey, I'll ask you this as the DM. I'll let you rule on it. Has it been over a minute?
Yes, I would definitely say that little time you guys took after the fight, because you raged for almost half a minute already.
Yeah, basically, because there was like 3 turns or so. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because there's also the turn that you missed.
More than a minute. My spirit totem is gone.
Yep.
So the polar bear's gone.
Polar bear is gone.
Okay. Cool. I think I'll probably end up saving it anyways. So.
Yeah. So the spore servants kind of shift forward, and they are going to attack. And they are all holding various weapons. Actually, they're all holding spears. And so
this is a fun time.
Yeah. So
Do they get a surprise round on them?
No, I can see them. I don't think I'm surprised.
No. Let me see. Let me roll their turn. That's what I did not do yet. Let's see. Should they all go at the same time?
I think so. Just roll for them as a group.
Mm-hmm.
Roll for them as a group. Okay, they got a 16, so they will be going first. So now Levi entered the door, but who here was like? Where were you guys when Levi entered the door? Dale, were you that far away? Levi, did you wait at all, or did you just kind of run through and just swing the door open?
Well, no, I turned and I saw that the spider and Beta were right there, so I think he just went and opened the door.
Okay.
Awesome. Spider climb. So I feel like I would be like on the wall, like / ceiling above, so I could help
Right.
offset it.
Right. Yes. Through all these dwarven doors.
You know. I'm definitely like my weird furry legs are definitely brushing the top of Levi's head.
Little spittle is like dribbling down on your shoulder onto your billowing cloak.
Well, I imagine like Levi has to crouch to get through the door, right?
Oh yes, for sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Because he is like 6'2", so.
Yeah. Running forward. In fact,
Rose thinks that she's smaller than she is on a good day, so doesn't recognize that a giant spider is not small.
She's like a Great Dane who thinks it's a lapdog.
Yes.
Exactly.
Dale, you started moving yourself forward?
I started moving myself before you said the thing about the Shambly boys.
Mhm.
So, I mean, depending on how long the investigation takes, I mean, you'd have to tell me if I was even outside of the room or not.
You're rogue. You're rogue, and you know where to look when you're trying to find something. So I'd say you're probably still like walking towards there, because Levi didn't mention he saw you and moved forward. But I'd say you're probably in the back right here. So you see what's happening. You might see what's happening. You should see what's happening.
Hey guys, what's going on? Yeah.
As you see the creatures that look very similar to the zombies from The Last of Us, kind of walking forward to attack Levi. And so here we go, getting right into it. Tribal warriors.
This could be really bad for me now that I think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you still have any of your temp hit points?
I have 1.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we'll see how this goes.
So we'll do 1 attack, 2 attack, 3 attack. An 18, a 20, and a 23 crit.
Shit.
What the fuck?
Levi's fucking dead.
Hey, Corey, these are supposed to be spore servants, not fucking knights of the realm.
They are rather weak, but damn, do they hit.
Glass cannons, damn.
So much for public attacks, huh? This man's winning the secret dice.
So I don't know why, but every single one of my attacks is whisper rolls in Roll20. I need to change this.
Sure. A likely story.
Hey now, sir. Hey now. Um, let me roll the damage here, and this should roll as public. There we go. So 3,
Okay.
Sorry.
2. Now, I will let you say, seeing the spore servants, would you have liked to rage? I'll let you do it retroactively. No? Okay.
No. There's definitely going to be. Oh, Jesus Christ.
You sure
yeah,
you don't want to rage?
I can't take that back. I think I'm thinking in
We
Levi's
can take a
brain.
short rest, man.
Okay, in Levi's brain, he's just like, these are sport. Like, look at these guys. Like, okay, I raged for an ogre zombie and 2 giant dwarves. Like, but these guys have like shitty spears and they're growing mushrooms. How difficult could they truly be? Yeah, he's just gonna take the fat L. He's gonna go down, I guess. Let me make a death save.
Oh shit! You had the chance, man. Like,
nah, I said no. I'm gonna
know,
stick
but...
with it.
It's like right there.
Barbarian of integrity.
Listen. Levi is stoic and confident, and when he sees 5 regular ass humans with mushrooms growing out of them and shitty spears, he does not feel intimidated. Okay. Let me go down to 0. There we go. Let me make my first death save. Cool. I'll take a success.
Mm-hmm.
And Levi is now laying on the floor.
Yeah, so the 3 spore servants just kind of walk up and just gut you. 3 of them, spears, just and like a coordinated attack, because these things are all kind of like, they're acting as one. All of their attacks flinging at the same time. Shink, shink, shink. 3 go into you. And then the 2 in the back are going to chunk spears at the wolf spider that's on the ceiling there.
I think he looks down. He looks down and looks at the spears, and he just stops for a moment. He's like,
yeah.
huh.
And so you know how like you say you slump down?
And then
so you don't slump down. They're holding you up.
You just got like, yeah, they're just holding me up. But I'm definitely like, forward. Yeah, I'm bleeding out.
And so we'll throw 2 spears at the wolf spider on the ceiling. So looks like a 5 does not hit, but a 21 will.
Mm-hmm.
And 3 piercing damage against you.
Okay, cool. Good to know.
Oh, hey, Corey, quick question, just from last session.
Yes.
So I had taken 12 damage from the thunder attack, right? But where did the other damage come from?
Where did the other damage come from?
If you remember. If you don't remember, it's fine.
I don't think, maybe one of them had hit you.
Okay, because I had taken 16 damage when I...
Yeah.
Oh, like I was 16 down, so... Not that this would save me, I was just curious, because I want to keep a log in my notes of all of the damage I take.
I see you swung here. Oh, the ogre zombie did hit you with a morning star, and so you took half.
Okay, cool.
You took half damage there from
Sweet.
his attack.
Works for me.
All right. All right, and that's going to be their turn. So, Levi.
Make another death save.
Mm-hmm. Please don't die, man.
It'd be really shitty if I did, huh?
All right, so
take
that's
another
2
success.
successes.
That's good. We are making our way downtown, walking tall, stuck on the end of a spear, yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So that's 2 death saves, and that is my turn.
Okay. Bitte is back here, and he is going to... I don't know what Bitte... How he would react. I mean, he's definitely going to attack, of course, but I don't know how he would react to you getting stabbed. Would he rush in there? I think he would. He doesn't want you to die. He's going to rush in and stand over your body. Just try to be the person who gets attacked here. I don't know if a spore servant might be a monstrosity. Let me look real quick while I'm doing this. But in the meantime, I am going to swing with a hand axe against the one that's right ahead of me. 14 will hit. And for damage, we got 6, and that Spore Servant is going down. They kind of just crumple down below his hand axe. Whenever he hits them, their body almost like bursts in a cloud of spores.
Gross.
And
Don't forget, hand axes count as a dual wield if he's dual wielding.
Yeah, he is.
So he can make a second attack.
Make a second attack without proficiency and without his...
No, it would be with proficiency,
yes.
but he wouldn't get damage bonus.
Gotcha. Okay.
You don't add the.
And he doesn't
Strength or
need
dex
dual
modifier.
wield fighting to do that, right?
Nope.
Okay. So then I missed that attack last time when he attacked. Oops, sorry. He needs to attack again, not do the damage again. Here we go. 19. He's going to swing at another one. We'll roll the damage here without the +4. So just a 5
just
damage. And another one is going down. Poof, poof. There they go.
See, this would have been really cool if they didn't go first, and Levi could have done like one of those arc slashing attacks at disadvantage. This would have been really awesome. But
They are not. They are plants. They are not monstrosities. Okay. And that's what Bitte is going to do there. So now it is up to Animal.
Forced movement does not provoke attacks of opportunity, yes?
Correct.
Correct.
So if I were to grab Levi and drag him back, which that would be half of my movement, so that would be 20 feet. Just like giant spider grabbing him and dragging him backwards.
Yes, but because they're wielding spears, they will be able to make an attack of opportunity against you as you drag back. At least one of them will.
Okay, yeah, they can attack me as long as they just don't attack him.
Yeah, they won't attack him. They'll swing it at you. So this is gonna stab you as you grab him and try to drag him back. Here we go. For a 10.
That misses.
Just barely. Not just barely. You have a 13.
Yeah, I have a 13.
All right, and that's that.
Did only one of them make the attack?
Only one of them is alive. That's right there. The rest of them are holding spears, but they're throwing them, so they were out of the reach range. They could hit Bitte if he moved back, but not anybody else.
I think... Would dragging someone be my action?
Yes.
Okay. As long as Levi is out of the danger zone, that's the most important thing. So I guess that's my turn.
Okay. All right.
So Dell, you just see this giant spider dragging the unconscious body of Levi back towards you.
Concern.
And not just unconscious, like he's bleeding from 3 stab wounds in his chest. So
I feel like I've picked up enough signs to consider that this is probably Rosemary when she waved away the vines, and I'm aware of the fact that she is a druid.
Yeah. But you're like, but Rosemary's always been a little bit weird, so who knows? She might be trying to eat him.
I mean, we did. I think literally last session we talked about whether Rosemary ate people.
Oh God. Yeah, so we're not going to answer that question right now because I don't think poor Levi wants to know the answer of that.
No.
So if there's anything else for you, Rosemary?
I don't think so.
Okay, so then Del Nadre. Levi is down. Bitte, you can kind of see he still has some people that he's fighting in front of him.
Can I see any of those Spore Servants well enough to make a short bow attack on them?
The answer is yes.
Okay. I'm a shoot one of them.
Okay. Left or right?
Left.
Left. Okay. Left hits, and you just see its head explode in this puff of spores as it goes down.
I'm sorry.
There it goes. The poor little halfling. All right. So now we are up to Invisible Man. And he's gonna try something here. He is going to... This is hard. This is rough. Oof. 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 He's going to... He's going to come out there and stab, dropping his invisibility because it probably shouldn't have even lasted this long anyways, since it's just a minute. Oh, up to an hour. Never mind. Anyways, he can't get out of here, so he's going to join the fight. He is going to swing at Bitte here with an 18 against him for 10 damage. Woo! Wee! 10 damage.
Is he attacked while invisible?
He is not, but he's not. He's no. Well, he just did. So.
Okay,
yes.
so now he's not. He's no longer invisible because it drops when you attack.
Yes, I need to bring him back from the. There we go. And let's see. What is this 14 and 15 that he has here? Oh, that's right. How much temporary health points? Those don't go away until a short rest, right? Once he gets them.
Yeah, so it was 7.
Yeah, so he just takes 3 damage then against just regular health, down to 17, and we are back up again to the Spore Servants. They are both going to shift forward now. One of them is going to attack with opportunity, and the other one is going to just regularly attack. Warrior, Mr. Here you are. Okay. And two-handed roll. First one's going to have advantage. Oh, all right. It crits for 11 damage plus 6, 17 damage. Bwah, bwah, bwah. Down goes Bitte. So...
Bitte down?
Yeah, Bitte just went down.
Fucking hell.
Rosemary Spider Retrieval Service, go.
And so let's see. Bitte needs to make a death save right here, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right, here we go. 10.
Is that a success?
That's a fail. That's a failure.
Because it's against the damage so he was dealt, right?
No, the first death save, it's just a regular death save. So it's 1 to 10 is a failure, 11 to 20 is a success.
Gotcha. All right. Well then. That's that. Oh my god, no!
But Carson's gonna be mad
so
if we
mad
kill
when
his
he
guy,
comes
huh?
back. Yeah.
No!
I don't have any spells.
Oh.
I can't heal anyone.
All right, hold on. Let me make my last death save and get myself stable so you can stop worrying about me.
God.
There you go.
I'm stable.
You are stable. And you got.
I am unconscious and I will be out for a while, but I am stable. I'm good.
And
I have 1 hit point.
And are you gonna head off to your vaccine now?
Yeah, I might as well.
Yeah.
While I'm unconscious and leave, I can't do anything. So I'm gonna run to my vaccine. We'll be back. I'm gonna mute myself in the Discord, but
You'll be here. We can shout at you if you're there.
Okay. Double checked. A roll of 10 or higher is a success.
Oh, okay.
Is it? Oh, it's
Death
1 to
save.
9 is a failure?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was.
Excellent.
Yeah, I thought it was like 10 or higher is a success.
There
Yeah,
you go.
it is.
There you go.
That's
And
slightly
so
more
now,
advantageous.
so then when does it need to be based on the damage she was dealt?
Oh, if it takes you more than less.
That's
Okay, if it takes you
concentration
That's
check.
constitution
no.
checks.
If
Concentration.
am I still muted? No, I'm not.
No,
If
you're not.
if the damage takes you down more than half of your max HP plus your Constitution modifier, then it would be an insta death.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. But yes, yeah, you're right. That does make me think I was confusing it with a. Anyways,
Yeah.
all right. Bitte is going to roll another death save for failure.
Oh.
And then we are going... Oh, wait. No. Wait.
Wait, no?
He's a Goliath. Does his fortitude, his stone's endurance not do anything with this?
Does he have that?
When
Does
you
he have
take
relentless
damage,
endurance?
He has... Okay, so when you take damage, you can roll a d12, add your constitution amount, and reduce the damage by that roll. Okay, so that's definitely what he would have done when he took the damage. So let's go back. Let's retroactively bring him back to life because I should have known this. Should have read his character sheet. 4 health. Oof. So he's back up to 4 then. Okay.
Did you add the con mod to that?
Yes. Yeah, it's his roll. Let's take away these successes here.
I rolled a 2.
And now he is going to disengage and get the fuck out of there. 5, 10, 15, 20.
And close the door. Have him close the door.
I guess.
I mean, Rose has to go and fuck
It's
people
not
up.
going to make much of a difference. All it's going to do is just prevent anybody else from attacking him. But would you like him to close the door?
I would like him to close the door so
Okay.
that at least it gives us a second. And one of them has to use their action to interact with the door.
Right.
True. Okay.
Okay. That's not the best of the little thing. There we go. The door is closed again. Pite runs 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 right next to Dale. And now it is Rosemary's turn.
Gonna get the fuck up here, and she's gonna hold her action to bite whoever opens the door.
All right. And Dell?
I'm going to slide forward a little bit, and I'm going to ready a short bow shot.
Okay. Getting ready. It is somebody's turn on the other side of the door. And this person is going to... Let's see what we got else in here. He's gonna shift away. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. And then opening from the door, the first thing that opens the door is going to be a spore servant. One of them is opening the door, and the other spore servant is right there, ready to attack. So you have the first ready to action. You can make an attack against them. 15 hits.
3 piercings. And then if they can take poison damage, they need to make a con save.
They'll take the half anyways, and that'll kill them. So I don't bother with that. But the other one is going to now stab you with their spear. I have their thing here. 2-handed spear roll for a
17 hits.
And a 7 damage.
Okay. Spider is still up.
Do you keep your temporary hit points whenever you go into Spider?
No, I have my well, I don't actually know. I have my temporary hit points applied to Rosemary.
Yeah.
So once I go down as a spider, any additional damage rolls onto her.
Yeah.
So technically turning into a spider gave me 11 hit points as a boost.
So yeah, you just have their hit points. You don't have the temp hit points because it's still in Rosemary.
No.
Because your health transforms into their health.
Yeah, so my temporary are still on Rosemary herself, not on the spider.
All right. So Levi's turn. He's unconscious, so he can't do anything.
Do I get my ready short bow shot?
Oh yes, I'm sorry. Continue on. Yes.
Okay.
Go pop.
Just one pop.
It does not hit.
Pew!
Yeah, you kind of it just narrowly hits it because the one that's alive is just a little bit out of your sight, and so kind of a bit hard for you to hit, and it just kind of flies out in there. Now, Rosemary, you would be aware that Nildar is missing. The Duergar that has survived, he is gone. Your blind sight doesn't pick him up at all. And since Levi cannot do anything on his turn, we are going to go to Bitte, and Bitte is going to shift over a little bit and throw a javelin at that last Spore Servant, and is going to impale them, and bada bing, bada boom, they are down. So, back up to Animal.
Gonna come in. I have 40 feet of movement and 10 feet of blind sight. So if I go here...
So
that's 15 feet.
move to the 15 first.
Boop. Alright, so I see him over here.
Yes, you see him drinking a health potion.
Bitch can't do that. That's a player character thing. Alright, so I have 25 feet of movement left. I'm gonna move right up next to him, and I'm gonna bite.
Oh my gosh, so mean. He's not doing anything.
Bitch.
He did nothing to you.
He nearly downed 2 of our party members.
Oh gosh. Okay, so he heals for 7, 14, 22 definitely hits. He's gonna take, he's gonna do, let's see, here's...
You might have advantage because it is a poison thing, and I think dwarves might have a thing against that.
Yes, he does have advantage for that. So 20, didn't need it.
Yeah,
though.
so he takes half, so either 3 or 4, whichever
We're
one.
rounding up for more damage, more power, 8 damage for him. That puts him down to some health. He kind of looks at you, and he just falls to his knees and puts his hands up.
That's where he just hisses.
All right, Del Nadre.
Well, I can't really see any of that going on, so hiya, I'm rushing in to save the day. God, I still don't see anyone. I'm sprinting.
Well, no, if you had gone diagonal, there you go.
You can also you can use your action to dash if you want.
Yeah, I can also use my bonus action to dash if I want.
Oh shit, yeah.
There you go. Dash into there. Go, go, go.
On your knees. Oh, he's already on his knees. Okay. Good job,
Just runs in
Sheriff
there and
Officer
stabs him
Spider.
in the face. All right. So he is
Job
on his
securing
knees.
the prisoner.
Do you
Web him up, baby.
So yeah, what do you guys he's kind of just sitting there. He's saying a lot of stuff in Dwarvish, but nobody can quite understand him. And he's just kind of like
English, do you speak it?
he's throwing he's thrown down his weapons, and he's just kind of like on his knees and looking at you guys.
Common, yes.
He just
Deutsch.
he tilts his head and he says, "No speaker the English."
Because English.
No speaker the common.
Speak it as spider.
The chittering, it does
I
not.
speak the
No.
spider's tongue.
It does not.
This is kind of annoying.
Does he have any other healing potions on him that I can see with my spider eyes?
No, but let me give you the description of the room. So inside this room, small rooms flank a central common area where crates and sacks are stashed against the west wall. The doors of the 2 southern rooms are open, and each of the room is empty except for a tattered bedroll from a chair. And that's it. The doors to the north are open as well, and it both looks like they're the bedrolls had kind of just like been thrown off in a flurry, as if somebody had rushed out of them really quickly.
So this is just some like little living chambers.
Yes, it looks like it.
And my spider eyes don't detect anything that looks vaguely like a health potion.
No, but if you would like to roll investigation, you can check through the sacks and the crates.
Okay, investigation would be intelligence,
Get rid of this
which
turn order now.
You
is
use
not
your
good.
intelligence, not the spiders.
My stats are technically the spiders right now.
I know,
Well,
but-
your mental stats stay as your character. Your physical
they do?
stats match the
Yes.
creature.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, now I have a +0 as opposed to a -4.
Yeah, same for your
So
wisdom.
intelligence and wisdom would stay the same.
Okay. Yeah, I got a 9 investigation.
9 investigation.
I'm just looking for something that can make my friend not be dead.
Yeah, you do not see any sort of healing potions. You know, the only one that's there is the one that's empty in his hand on the ground there. Or rather, not in his hand, but on the ground when he threw down his gear. Through most of the crates and sacks, you just find a lot of basic supplies, some blankets, rations, rope, and other equipment. Basically things you can find in a dungeoneering pack or a common, like one of those packs that's not specialized. It's there. And additionally, you do find one smack holds the stolen items from Kaer Koenig. So there is the 25 carved pearls, pearl beads. In addition to that, you find another sack that has 3 daggers, a set of wood carving tools, a set of navigator's tools, fishing tackle, and a leather pouch that has 73 silver pieces.
I'm just gonna drag those, the sacks with those into the middle room.
Okay.
Good job. We'll make a investigator out of you yet.
I'm very good at wisdom, not good at intelligence. I'm assuming that these are the additional stolen goods in addition to the 25 carved pearls. So I'm putting them specifically under stack of stolen goods.
The other sack, it contains items that were not necessarily listed, but doesn't mean that they necessarily weren't stolen. You know, perhaps somebody just wasn't aware that those were stolen from their items because they're just kind of some other stuff. So you aren't sure. The carved beads and the lanterns and the goats, those are specifically the things that were stolen that were mentioned to you guys.
Yeah, I'm just going to assume the rest of them were stolen as well, and until they are claimed, I will not, or depending on if they are claimed, then we'll figure it out.
All right, so you guys kind of just move off into the other side. How are you guys making your way out of here?
Oh no, this guy's getting. Oh wait, you did bring him. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say like probably Rosemary like gets Dell to carry the shit and will drag him with her disgusting spider mandibles.
Good God.
Yeah, we're definitely bringing him back to 10.
All right. So you guys.
And we said that there was something in here. Yes.
No, that was Nildar when he was invisible.
Oh, okay.
All right. So we move back into the main area. So. Bitte is going to kind of throw Levi over his shoulder. And I guess, are you guys just making your way out of here?
Is there anywhere else to explore? Have we seen everything?
You have seen everything. There were no extra rooms getting out of there. You've searched all the areas and found all of the treasure. You have the equipment that we had before that was stuck there in the... that was in their armory. Along with the one captured Duragar that you had.
I feel like we should just see if we can find the sled that they were using and try to take like everything back to town, including the guy, because we can't talk to him.
Would it be prudent to rest?
I would like to rest. I would like a short rest at least, so we can get Levi conscious again.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
That would be nice.
How the weather is outside.
Also Rosemary's going to spin our hostage up in web because fuck him.
Can you make web? I know. I saw on your character sheet you didn't have like the web attack, But I mean, you're a
I don't
spider,
have a
so...
web attack, but I have web sense and web walker, which I don't know what. So I would assume, but I don't have a web attack. So maybe it's just like I can't make a web in 6 seconds, but given time, I can make a web.
Right. Okay.
If you would allow that.
I will allow you to make some web. Yes, to kind of wrap him up. He still struggles a little bit, but yeah, he's kind of just maneuvering around, and then he just kind of like gives up after a little bit and just kind of waits, just staring at you guys. So you guys would like to make a short rest?
That would be nice.
Okay, sure.
And then as soon as he's wrapped up, I'm gonna turn into Rosemary again, and probably go over with my healer's kit
and help out people.
Yeah.
So, Levi, how many hit dice would you like to roll?
Just am I on mute? Yeah. Just go ahead and probably just both of them. I have a D12 and a D10. And my Constitution modifier, I believe, is +3. So.
Yeah. You have a D12 and a D10? Oh, because you have a. Oh snap! Okay, so you got 15 from your D12.
Yeah.
Would you like to roll another one?
Nah, that's fine.
It's a pretty good roll there. Nice crit there.
Yeah.
All right.
I rolled it. You rolled a 12 for me. Yeah, love that.
Yes, 12 plus 3. All right, Rachel. Bitte is also gonna roll 1 hit dice here for 8.
You guys are taking damage.
Everyone else is like bloodied up, and Dell is just like. You might have some scrape on your boots from the thorns. And that's about it.
I'm gonna look a little put out as I'm shining my shoes.
Oh, we did have another guy that we had tied up previously.
Yes, you did.
I'm gonna go grab him and drag him where we are.
All right.
So we have our eyes on everyone.
Here he is. All right.
And I'm gonna like use actual rope now that I have hands.
Okay, so you find his sled and you start packing up everything, and I'm assuming you guys are going to want to leave just through the main gate, right?
Yeah.
Rather than having to go all the way out there. And you go and grab your other sled as well. So you have both your sled and the sled of the enemies. So you have 2 sleds.
Levi is noticeably dejected. Like, he feels an incredible amount of shame and embarrassment at what just fucking happened.
And some incredible pain in your
stomach. That too.
You did have 3 holes in you.
Yes.
Like pats you on the head and is like, "Are you okay, man?"
Listen.
You got stabbed like 5 times.
Yes. And this is surprising to me. I'm normally not that easy to stab, I guess.
I mean, there were a lot of them. You did really good.
I feel an incredible amount of shame at my inability to protect you all. I will do better next time.
What are we? We're here to protect you too. I'm just glad you're okay, man. Like, kind of ruffle your hair.
Start crying.
He just nods and gives a sad smile.
Also, you might have a little bit of spider venom in your cape. I had to drag you a little bit. Sorry about that.
Then he just grimaces and he says, I'll clean it when we get back to town. Thank you for saving me and getting me out of there, though.
Thanks, man.
Okay, so in addition to the treasure you found, which is the any basic supplies you guys want to grab from there, just make a mention of it in the party loot. And on top of that, you have the tools, the navigator's tools, the fishing tackle, 3 daggers, and a woodcarver's tools and 73 silver pieces, as well as the pearl beads. You also have the items you found in the armory, which are 2 suits of scale mail that are sized for dwarves, 2 steel shields, 3 war picks, 9 javelins, and 2 climbing kits, and 4 mess kits.
Put that somewhere we can copy paste it into the party loot.
I will. Now, do you want to take any of the gear that is on the fallen people as well? Because I would say with what you got there, 2 suits of scale mail, 2 steel shields, 4 war picks, javelins, and the gear you have got as well, that sled is looking pretty heavy. Bitte is going to be able to carry 1, but who's going to carry the other one?
Levi.
Levi.
I can. I have my wild shape back, so I can turn into a beast of burden that has a CR rating of 1/4 or lower.
There you go. Can you turn into a bear with
Can I?
Is it bear?
I can turn into a
think
boar.
You can do bear unless you're a moon druid.
Yeah, I
don't
think I
have
need to
a
be
CR
8
yet.
get up to bear because bears are more dangerous.
Maybe just like a horse
Yeah,
or
like
an ox.
some sort of ox, maybe.
What about an elk?
That works.
Because that's going to be what, like, if you have, that's going to be more of the horse people that most people use there. And there are definitely some horses if you want to use horses.
Yeah. I will transform into anything that will pull the sled.
I don't know if ox. Let me see if oxen. Why is there not a D&D thing for an ox?
Transforms in just a really, really big, really strong capybara.
So you can be an ox, and they are considered a huge animal for purposes of carrying capacity. But I do love the idea of a giant capybara.
It's what you know. What I mean? Oh, I need something that pulls a sled. Well, I know what that
a draft
is.
horse.
No, you know it's a capybara. But she might also be aware that one capybara is not typically what they do to pull a sled. So we'll say
Can I be a dire capybara?
We'll go with an ox because that'll make it a lot easier. And now that's going to give you the room. Oh, also you have to put the 2 goats on there too. So
goats alive still?
Capybara.
Yes, they just kind of freaked out and didn't die. They just kind of froze and fell over.
Can we like hitch them up next to me? Like not expecting them to pull, but like walking alongside.
I mean, yeah. Can force them to trudge through the frozen landscape.
Not by themselves.
Make your way back to
goats. They don't have feelings.
Rosemary can probably hear them. Talk to them because she has speech of the woods.
Okay. Well, yeah. So, is there anything else you guys would like to grab? You done with your thing? It is. Let's see. You guys headed out. So it's actually dark right now.
How hike is it?
How long of a hike? It took you.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, you guys left around 10 and you arrived late afternoon. It was still sunny. It's about from where you were, it was about, let me grab a measuring tool so I can look at the scale on the map.
Because it's dark, I feel like hiking at night in Icewind Dale is not a good idea.
Overnight camp in the fort.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably the safer option.
Yeah, it's a 5-mile trek from where you guys were. Sorry, I can't really hear me very well. It's a 5-mile trek from where you were back to Caer Konig. And so with sleds, although you guys will... Rosemary's going to be in one. Bitte will be carrying the other. One person on each one of them. You guys can make it in 5 hours of a trek back.
We're going 1 mile per hour?
Yes. Over the tundra, yes.
Oh yeah, overland speed by dog sled is 1 mile per hour. That seems... Huh.
Seems rather
It's
slow.
wild.
Okay.
Because I can walk like 3 miles an hour.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you're not walking through like thick snow.
through tundra and up
Right.
and down.
But these sleds are made to slide over the snow.
Yeah, I mean they're made to carry a lot of heavier things, but not really to go
That's fair. That's a
Fast.
good point.
fast.
Yeah,
Like
That's
it is
fair.
going fast, and you're able to carry. It's more of a how much you can carry rather than how fast you can go. Now, if you say had those sleds with absolutely nothing on them, then I would have probably let you guys go a bit faster with Bitte and Rosemary running across. But you're both taking all of you guys and 2 Durigar, I assume.
yeah. Let's maybe take a long rest here in the fort.
Okay. Taking a long rest. We used all those hit dice for nothing. Everyone is... Ooh. You don't actually heal up max for a long rest, do you?
Yeah, you do.
You do? Okay. I'm being an idiot.
Yeah, I think Levi would just be left with some like residual pain in his abdomen, but he's healed all the way up.
Okay.
Wait, what's up? Sorry, I think I cut out for a minute. No
Oh.
longer have temp hit points.
Yeah, we no longer have 10 hit points. We are healing up. We take a long rest. That means the Durigar themselves also heal up.
Assuming we let them sleep.
That's a good point. Do you let them sleep, or do you constantly mess with them?
I mean, let's
I
not
don't
be
feel like
cruel and
we're at the
unusual
point of
here.
psychological warfare like that. Yeah. Also, that sounds like a lot of effort on our part as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I feel like we should have like people taking watch to make sure that the Duragar don't like escape or try to stab us in our sleep. But
So yeah, definitely.
let's not be
push
cruel and unusual.
Yeah. All right. Who's taking the first watch?
Yeah.
I will.
Okay. Roll me perception.
Shit. 24,
Okay.
bitch.
You notice that Nildar and the dwarf, they're speaking to each other. They're talking, and they've both, at times, checked their their bounds to see how well or how strong they are.
Mary's gonna like double check, make sure that they didn't loosen them or anything.
Yeah, I mean, for the other guy, the one Durigar, you guys have like kind of bound up his arms and his feet, I assume, and he kind of just. It seems pretty good. He saw his struggle, but Nildar has definitely stretched the web out a little bit. He's still stuck in it, but he's stretched it up a bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna reinforce the web with
rope.
actual rope.
Okay, all right.
And then I'm gonna offer them both a drink from my flask because, again, I'm not aiming to be cruel and unusual here. I just want justice to be served in some capacity. So if we can get them back to town, that would be ideal.
Okay. Yeah. So let's see who's up next. Dell, roll me perception. 9. Nothing seems to be happening during your shift. You notice,
right.
Rosemary made a point to mention to you that they had been kind of shifting around a little bit to keep an eye out on them. But as far as you're concerned, nothing out of the ordinary happened during your shift. They did continue to speak in Dwarvish, almost having like a light conversation throughout your whole shift.
Hey, stop it.
Do you
talk?
smack them? Do you gag them?
Yes.
Okay.
God.
You gag them so they cannot speak, and
You're gonna interrupt my friends' rest.
Yeah.
They're tired.
Roll me a sleight of hand as you're gagging the Durigar. Not Nildar, but the other one.
Trying to bite me?
He does try to bite you, but he is unsuccessful.
Ick. I punch him a little bit.
Give him a punch. All right, roll me 1d4. Let's see how much this hits.
We're playing good cop, bad cop with these fucking hostages.
Perfect. That's all I wanted.
Bam. You just kind of like smack him, maybe bloody his nose just a little bit, and he just stares daggers down at you. All right. So we'll go with Bitte.
A couple of vague threats that he can't understand.
Bitte will go next. Perception check on him. Once again, he's aware of what's happening here, and nothing quite happens on his turn.
I warn him that one bites.
Yeah. And then we're back up to Levi. Levi, you're taking last shift. I'll roll perception for you, buddy. And you roll a 6. All right. Levi, are you here? He might be getting his vaccination at this time. Does it hurt, Levi?
Levi's just going to be like, "Oh my gosh, you poor babies."
I'm partially here.
Okay.
I'm filling out paperwork right now. What's up?
You guys are taking a long rest. You have been taking watch, and you rolled a 6 for perception.
That's not great.
You have been made aware that the guys have been talking in Dwarvish, and they are both gagged, and one of them looks bloodied. Now, how would Levi react to poor treatment of these prisoners?
Remind me again why we went to go handle them.
Why you went to handle them?
We're just watching them because we don't want them to like break free and slit our throats while we're sleeping.
Right. No, I mean, why were we sent to the outpost in the first place?
Oh,
because they were stealing.
Yeah.
Okay, so they have committed a crime. Yes.
Yes.
I don't think that he's necessarily opposed to them being handled a little rough, especially considering everything that happened to Levi while he's in there. Cruel and unusual is something he's not interested in. But
an eye for an eye is okay.
Yeah, a little bit of it. Not anything too crazy. So I think like regularly on his watch, he goes over there and makes sure that their restraints are still good and that the gags are still in place and everything looks normal. And then he may attempt here and there to give an intimidating stare or just be an intimidating presence to dissuade them from trying anything.
Okay. All right. I'll roll intimidation. See how well you do.
Please
there.
do.
Okay. Do you have advantage on intimidation at all? No, right?
I do not. Not at this time.
Okay. You roll a 10. They seem.
Well, that's not great.
Unamused. Oh, actually, they seem amused at your efforts there. And it is during your shift that they will attempt to break free. So the first thing both of them are going to do is enlarge. They're going to go giant. And this enlargement definitely is going to start to wake people up once they grow big. But before you guys kind of get a hold of what's happening here, I'm going to roll. Oh, shoot. I moved the map. Okay. I'm going to roll strength to break out of their restraints. And they have advantage on any strength checks. So there's 2 rolls there. Okay, so what's his name? The first Durigar, the one that's better bound, and that's not so much bound in web. He's the one who's going to kind of not be able to break out. He struggles a little bit, can't really quite seem to do much. And then Nildar, he is able to bust through, kind of break through some of the webbing and rip off the whatever you want to call it, the handles, his rope. And he is going to run. He's going to run. Levi, you are going to get an attack of opportunity, as well as Dale, Rosemary, and Bitte as he runs away. However, Dale, Rosemary, and Bitte, because you guys were in the middle of waking up, your attack of opportunity is going to be with disadvantage.
Okay.
So
Which one is this running? This is the not leader?
This is the leader. The not leader is not running. Alright, so the 8 will not hit. Let me look at his AC without his shield, though. Because he does not have that on him. Shield would have been +2. Okay, so that does not hit. Oh, shoot. Levi, let me attack for you. Great sword to the back. 15 does hit for 9 damage against him. Okay.
He's probably got enough health that this is an issue, but I'm gonna be attacking non-lethally.
Okay.
Trying to like hamstring him.
Yep.
Oh, at 15, it probably hits.
That hits for 8. It's gonna knock him down a little bit more. Bitte is not going to do non-lethally. He is gonna throw a javelin at his back. Because at this point, you know, he knows from his time on the tundra, he knows how Duragar are and how they are basically running away to murder somebody. However, he does not hit with a crit fail. Had he been more awake, he would have.
Sure. A crit fail and a crit success in the same roll.
I know. Both sides of the spectrum. You have advantage on the first. You have advantage on attack rolls against creatures that have not yet acted. No, he's acting. Yeah, I don't see anything that would help him in this situation here. They are not a... Okay. Let's see. So he is going to start to move. So he's going to 5, 10, 15, and he's going to jump into the well. And as he jumps in, he's going to...
Can he do so when he's... Yeah, I was going to say,
so
when he's enlarged.
He's going to drop his enlarge as he goes. He's just kind of like... And he is going to fall.
Does he take any fall damage?
He is going to fall. I'm going to roll an athletics check to see how well he does, whether it's a 2d6 or a 1d6, because he's going to take 1d6 for 10 feet of fall damage, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me look through the book, make sure that it's not too far down, but I remember the well not being as far down as the other one.
Well.
Yep, 10 feet down. So actually, it's just 1d6. So let's see. He's just going to take 1d6 damage. 4. So he took that damage. Now we're going to roll an athletics check to see how well, if at all, he is able to roll and kind of keep moving. Do a strength. 9. He kind of just situates himself just off to the side underneath the tunnel. All right. So while he runs away, the other one, though, still bound, is going to jump and attempt to just land on top of you guys. So I'm going to roll. It's not really he's just in your way. Okay. So advantage to attack him. However, you have to use 10 feet of movement to get yourself out from underneath him. There we go. Or an athletics check to see if you can... No, just 10 feet of movement to stop you, to slow you guys down, as he's just kind of like this enlarged person is just slumped himself on top of you guys.
Did I get my attack of opportunity?
Yes, and you hit.
Okay, cool. Sweet. Love that.
So yeah, so Nildar is bleeding as he runs away.
Are we in initiative?
No, I'm gonna give you guys all the opportunity to move, and then we'll just pick it up with Nildar and the other guys afterwards.
Wait, can I make an athletics check to like sprint after him and then grapple him? Or two athletics checks, I guess. The first one to sprint.
You were after him. You were awake. So let's go with... How about this? We'll let you intercede here. As he is jumping, you ran, and you're going to try to athletics check to tackle him midair to stop him from getting down this well.
I would like to do that, yes. Okay. I would love to do that.
All right, so he's jumping in. You jump over this little drawbridge here. You jump over the other side, rushing down to get into him. Levi is going to roll an athletics check. Here we go. You get a 9. All right, so Mr. Duragar is going to roll dexterity to see if he can get out of your way. He gets a 2.
Nice.
So because he was rather large, it was really hard for him to get out of the way, and so you tackle him, and you guys just kind of tumble on the other side. 9. Both of you guys stuck against each other, wrapped up in it. All right, so completely different little situation going on here now. Let's go with, that's Levi, Dale, Rosemary, Bitte. What do you guys want to do here? You're now awake. You were kind of groggy when you swung at Nildar, and now you're more fully awake with this other Duragar landing on top of you guys.
I want to give chase to other guy.
Okay. So 10 feet away, 10 feet to move 1 square, and then 5 feet from then on. So you have more than enough to get over there to Nildar.
10, 15, 20. Jump in the hole. Whee!
Well, he's not in the hole anymore.
Oh, he's past. Oh. He's.
Oh, that's right.
Jump in the hole.
As I'm falling behind.
He's like, I'll cut him off this way if he comes down here. So yeah, no, you have more than enough room to walk up to him and hit him if you'd like to.
Yeah.
And I'd say you have an advantage to hit him because he's like so wrapped up with Levi. Not quite grappled, but still just knocked prone, definitely.
Get hit.
But like non-lethally though.
Yeah, non-lethal.
Non-lethally.
Okay, good.
He is knocked out.
Non-lethally snuck.
Non-lethally knocked him the hell out. All right, he's unconscious now. Now you guys just have to deal with Rosemary and Bitte. You just have to deal with this other guy over here.
Okay. I love how you said that like you're not controlling Bitte. I will hit him with my scimitar non-lethally. You got a 20.
That hits.
You can hit him.
Oops, sorry, I clicked it for you.
Whoopsies.
No, you do 4 damage.
4 damage.
Yeah. But Bitte is kind of... I have this feeling that he is not of the non-lethal gang. He has 1. You guys have 1. And not only just, 1 Duragar. You have the leader of the Duragar. Why do you really need this other one? And so he is going to attack twice with his hand axe. Once, twice. I definitely say you have advantage. So actually, Rachel, if you want to roll your 20, as this guy had like jumped and landed on you guys. Okay, so no crit there, but so 11 damage there, and then the other one is just going to be 4 as he just wails into this guy. And the Duragar is kind of just going to roll. He's getting slashed. He's getting attacked. He's going to roll his way onto this drawbridge a little bit, just trying to like maneuver away. He's still bound. He's really unable to do much. He sits up, so he's not so much prone, but his arms and legs are still bound down, so it's not going to help him. He's restrained.
Okay, so he's still within range, so he wouldn't get an attack of opportunity from either of us, right?
No. The only thing that could attack of opportunity him is the goats.
Mm-hmm. Which I don't... Do they?
They are kind of pissed. And so, yes, they do. Let's
Hell
find
yeah.
this goat. I mean, they did take him hostage, And so the goat
Rosemary's probably been chatting with the goats.
We're going to... Let's see. They're both going to... Oh, it's just a hang over. They can't do a charge. So they're both going to ram him. with advantage. Oops, it rolled whispery, but they got a 21 and a 23 crit.
Damn.
So 5 damage and 2 damage is just enough to kill him.
Holy shit.
They
Death by goat.
They ram his skull and cave his skull. Just cave it in. Just bam. Dead. Gone. Goats show no mercy here. Yeah.
That's nature, man.
That's nature. All right. So we have done the long rest. We are awakened now. Nildar is knocked out, so he won't be giving any more trouble. You've killed the other Durigar. Let's
It
load
just
up.
simplifies things.
Yeah, it just simplifies things. Let's load up here and head on out. Unless you guys would like to do any more things here. Do you want to like burn the place down, which would be really hard.
It's made of stone.
Yeah. You could cover it in vines and then burn those in the ice. Yeah, anyways. So yeah, is there anything else you guys would like to do here before you'd like to head on out?
Nah.
No.
Not me, anyway.
Okay. Let's see. You guys are able to make it back to Kaer Konig. Bitte leads you guys along the path. Fairly easy to see where making your way there, and you pull up now back in Kaer Konig with your prisoner in tow. So here we go. I'll bring Nildar into the thick of things. Is this guy over here? Actually, let me go back and take that one because he actually had a nice face there. There we go. All right. So you have the lantern. You have the stolen goods. You arrive back in Kaer Konig. And what is your as you arrive, you notice your Chewinga lantern goes off again. Something is here in the town.
Soon as what's the range on the Chewinga lantern again? Like 30 feet?
300 feet.
300 feet.
I think it's pretty big.
Rosemary is actually going to use her speech of the woods, so I can speak Sylvan.
Okay.
And are Chewinga fey creatures?
Roll me nature.
Nature. Okay. 17?
17. You know that they are elementals, not fey. Was that what you're asking, or was you asking whether or not they were related to the Fae?
I think whether I would know if they would understand Sylvan, because Sylvan is the Fae language.
You know that they do not talk.
Yeah, but yeah.
They understand no language and speak no language.
They understand no language?
They have no languages.
Damn, okay. Rosemary's going to still poke around, maybe see if she can find any local wildlife. She's also probably a beast of burden at the moment.
Yes.
But see if her animal senses let her find the Chewinga.
So I want to make sure the Chewinga, while you guys have all this stuff, is this what you want to hunt first? You kind of like your lantern went off and you're like, oh shit, time to do this.
I mean, Rosemary's afraid that it's gonna run away again.
Mm-hmm.
So she's just if we can find it on our way without causing significant delay.
Well, it's definitely in your area. So you guys kind of move around, doing some. You kind of move around, looking around the downtown square because you know it's going to be within 300 feet of where you are. And you encounter a lady who's just out screaming, getting just frustrated, and just generally just, shit, stupid little mother, those damn thieves messing with my kitchen. God damn it. How, shit.
Oh, but we've apprehended the thieves.
Mm-hmm.
But it might be different.
Well, we apprehended one of them.
Okay, so I feel like this is something we should investigate once we return all the other stolen shit and see what the Chwinga are stealing from her.
So you're not gonna interact with her as she's just in the street, like throwing a fit.
What do y'all think? Rosemary can't talk. She's a fucking horse.
Just gonna keep on walking by. It's like,
This is up to Dell.
I can check this out while you guys go.
I don't think Levi has been briefed on the Chwinga hunt mission.
Oh yeah, no.
That was pre-Levi, so Levi's just confused, I think.
All right. Do we want to split the party with Dell going with somebody else, or do we want everyone else to go to return the lantern and see if you can find the speaker?
I think Bitte knows the speaker and like knows the town well enough that he would be useful. So if we want to split the party for like Rosemary and Bitte go return the shit, and then Dell and Levi talk to this lady. Like, I know Levi doesn't know about the Chwinga mission, but
he is.
I feel like he'd be a better face for this conversation.
Okay. Well, let's go with Dell and Levi first then. So
sounds good.
In the middle of the town, just we'll put the little person, not really in the middle of the town, actually. Right here. This little stick figure. There is a lady who is just kind of throwing a fit and just generally saying, "Those damn thieves mess with my kitchen again. Lift the door open."
You think the thieves are leaving your doors? What'd they take? We brought back a lot of stuff, so I mean, if you can maybe go make a claim with the speaker, we can sift through what's been found and return your stolen goods to you.
You brought back stuff, but they took it last night. Honestly, probably took it this morning. I went to bed last night, and I went to bed kind of late. I tried to stay up as long as I could to see if I could find these thieves. They're very tricky, they are. But yet, I fell asleep well in the dark. But this morning, windows open, snow drafting in over everything. You know how hard it is to get rid of snow that's over everything? I already don't have a lot of money here to throw away on wood to heat my house to melt it all. And then to wipe it down, it is a hassle, I tell you that for sure.
Well, I'm sure my friend here is willing to help with any of that kind of stuff. You may, chores.
Good. Come in. Both of y'all, come in. She invites you guys into your house. You seem to be the leader here. While he's helping me clean up all of this snow, how about you just take a look around and see if you can find anything? They took some of my cutlery. It's stuff my grandmother had given me many years ago. It's not too great, but it was from my grandmother. It's rather disappointing for that to go missing. It's not part of a set at all. No, it's just some cutlery she gave me.
What kind of cutlery? Like knives, forks?
Yeah, a knife, a fork, and a broken plate.
I see.
But it's my broken
I'll
plate.
get to the bottom of this.
All right.
Wait, hold on. Over the table, has she just given Dell full reign of her house?
Well, she's there with you because Dell has voluntold you to clean up her house with her. So while you guys are cleaning up the kitchen, Dell's in there to check it out.
Okay. Just like Levi would not want to leave Dell alone in some random person's house.
Hey.
Because Levi knows how that would probably end.
I'm not gonna do anything.
All right, so Dell, give me an investigation check, And Levi, what kind of check would you like to use to help clean up?
Am I like shoveling snow, or what am I doing?
You're
what
sweeping away snow, and it's more of a, kind of like a rather, yeah, Blake, you definitely find those tracks.
Yeah, let me do athletics.
Athletics? Okay, so you're just like
to strong arm the snow.
Strong arm in these snow. Okay. You roll a 10, which is pretty good considering that athletics is probably not the best choice for trying to get rid of the snow, but you make it work, man. You make it work.
Sounds good.
So you do a half-assed job at cleaning up her house, and she's kind of like behind you, like cleaning up along with you. You're taking off the big bulk of the snow, and she's actually cleaning it.
She's doing the little stuff, and he's getting, he's doing he's doing like 80% of the clearing, and she's just getting the stuff that he's leaving behind.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. So Dell, you find some little tracks on the windowsill, the door, the window that was open that she had mentioned where the snow was the most packed up. Before Levi had gotten a chance to clear it out, you noticed just some little tiny, like almost as if feet were made out of twigs. Roll me a wisdom or survival check to see if you can make a better assumption here on what and how many and what direction they went.
No.
You're able to see where the directions go because they made it pretty easy for you. They dragged the cutlery they stole in the snow, but you just think there's just one of them, one little Chewinga running away.
Hey Corey, you have my character sheet, right? I think Levi may or may not be proficient in survival. You'd have to double check. But if Dell would like some assistance with that, I think Levi would be more than willing to look at the tracks and see if he can make anything out.
It's good. Dell, do you ask for assistance after you don't do such a good job at determining how many there are?
I don't know that Dell knows how to ask for assistance.
So
that's a fair point.
So you don't ask for assistance, and I'm gonna roll perception to see if Levi might see these tracks before he sweeps it away. If you do, then you can roll survival. If you do not, you do. With an 18 perception, you roll survival of 19, and you very clearly are able to make out 3 sets of tracks, each of them carrying a different piece of cutlery, going off into the distance, off to the east over here of the town.
I think for the time being, Levi would keep that information to himself and let Dell investigate on his own, and then correct Dell afterwards when Dell makes his claims. Levi can give him a little bit of shit.
All right. So you guys know where these Chewingers are heading. Would you guys like to meet back up with the other party, or would you like to continue off after them?
Oh, pursuit.
Okay, so we're going to shift over to Rosemary then right now. Rosemary and Bitte, you guys enter into the northern light. You have the lantern, you have the sack full of stolen goods, and you have Nildar just sitting there unconscious. And in the middle of the northern light, this early into the morning, or rather, it's a 5-hour trek. You left probably at sunup, so... But at midday, there's still nobody walking into the northern light. The fear of the thieves kind of keeps them all at home, and nobody's coming out to enjoy the food they have there. I'm so alone there.
Yeah, I was going to call for the hostess and also the cook who was very rude to us earlier.
So you call for the Sherrard sisters. Allie, Allie is the one that has sorry. Good God.
You okay?
I am okay. Yes, there we go. Allie is already sitting there and greets you very warmly when you walk in. Oh, hey there. How are you? Did you find everything? Oh God. What is that? As Bitte walks through the door and just kind of throws Nildar into the corner.
So we found the thieves, and we found the stolen goods, and we found your lantern, and I will present the lantern to her. And I'll be like, so is it possible to call the speaker here, and we can start, like, going through stuff and figuring out what belongs to who?
Oh, yes, of course. Let me go get him. And she kind of shouts in the kitchen, Corey, the lantern's back. Can you go and wake up Trovis? We need to tell him he didn't do a very good job.
Corey, have you self-inserted?
No, that is the name of the person.
Okay.
It was Corey and what was her name? Anna?
Allie.
Allie
and Corey. And so you hear from the kitchen, yeah, we all knew that son of a bitch wouldn't get anything done, but we still love him. Let me go grab a bucket of water. I'll wake him up. He's out back. And you kind of hear this like heavy metal bucket kind of scrape off of a counter. The door creak open in the back. And this cold water splash on this gentleman, and Tro is just like, where are they? Oh, what? How? Why am I? What? We found him. Well, don't stand here. Let me get through. Get out of my way. And coming, like, just rushing through the back of the kitchen is Trovis, the speaker of Kaer Koenig, a silver dragonborn, soaking wet. Oh my god.
Soaking wet.
Soaking wet, leaving just this like very, even outside that cold water was kind of warm, so he's almost like kind of steaming, kind of not. Still, no, he wouldn't be steaming inside. Now that I think about it, kind of runs in there, and he's like, "Where are they? Let me see those thieves." And Bitte points over to Nildar, and he's like, "This is the one we found." That was a bad Bitte voice there. And Trovis is gonna walk up, cock a fist back, and just bam right in the face of Nildar.
Comes over and like catches his fist in case he's thinking of doing it again, and is like, we should probably get someone who speaks Dwarvish to maybe interrogate him, because we don't know what's going on.
Fine. I just wanted to beat him up a little bit, He made such a fool of me.
I think we've done that plenty on your behalf. Let's not kill the guy.
Fine. Let me go over to Frozenfar. I'll go and grab Jartha.
Yeah, and maybe anyone who's had some stuff stolen recently, we can bring them here and go over what we found.
Yeah, it's true. Fine. Let me go get him. Disappointing. No fun. Want to beat him up a little bit. I'll beat him up my old day. I kick one of them into the river. I saw him floating down, screaming profanities at me. And he just trails off as he walks away. And so Rosemary, I almost said Bitte, and expected him to answer. You've delivered the enemy. You delivered the stolen goods. Are you going to wait for him to come back so you can stick with this, or are you going to try to see if you can find Dale and Levi?
I feel like Rosemary has made some sort of promise to help see this through, or at least she interprets that she has. So she's gonna stick with this to help, and figures that her friends will be along eventually.
Okay. All right. So you guys hang out. Doesn't take too long for Trovis to come back, but we'll come back to you once we'll go back over to Levi and Dell. So you guys make a trek through the woods, going hunting after Chewingas. You kind of make your way out of town, and you find this. You notice that the trails are leading to a small little grove of trees that's just outside of town. As you get closer, you see that they've made their way into the trees. You can't see anything, but you hear like the clinking of cutlery against a plate. How would you like to enter this grove of trees?
Del, do you think Chewingas know how to use cutlery?
God, I don't know. They know how to. I do know
I'm
for sure that they know how to throw
not
snowballs and ride foxes. That's about the extent of my
I'm
knowledge.
not familiar with Chewingas. I see. How would you like to proceed? You are, and Levi looks down and looks at his size compared to Dell. He says, "You are a bit more stealthy than I would be, I believe."
Let's see if we can get a little closer and see what they're doing. Maybe they're like engaging in pagan rituals or something.
All right. So yeah, if you want, roll me stealth.
Yeah.
Get on in there.
I play a
I
rogue, so I like
think
when you say roll
Levi
stealth.
is gonna not. He's not particularly stealthy.
Okay.
Crawling my
So
way
yeah.
in.
Let's see. You very slowly move through, and so Levi, you gonna follow him without rolling stealth?
No, I'm gonna stay back and let him get closer to get a look before I decide what to do next.
All right. So you kind of walk through very slowly, moving the trees out of your way as little as you can to make your way into there. And within the middle of this grove, you see 3 chewingas that have situated themselves up on like a little mound of snow. Outlined on this mound of snow, and it's a rather wide snow little embankment. They've kind of stacked little tiny rocks and pebbles to outline like a box with different small rooms inside, almost as if they made a house. And what you assume to be the table, as it is on top of a slightly higher mound of snow, there is 3 of them sitting around. One of them holds a fork. One of them holds a knife. The other one sits in front of the plate, and on top of the plate is a pine cone. And they are kind of like they're moving the fork and knife as if they're trying to cut and eat the food, mimicking what a human would do.
Oh my god, that's so fucking cute.
So Dell has moved in there. Levi, are you waiting patiently? Are you shouting out to see what's happening?
I think Levi would do like a bit of a harsh whisper, like, "What do you see? Hey, psst."
You know, like when your dog is doing something really cute and you want everyone to come see it, and you're like, "Come, quick, come here, come here, come here." You're like trying to do it real quietly so that you don't like stop doing their thing. It's like that. Like, yeah, come here, oh my god, you gotta see this.
All right.
Yeah,
so,
Levi gets excited and he tries to get like a little bit closer, but like he's excited to see whatever Dell wants to show him, but he's also trying to be stealthy.
Okay. So you rolled a 10 for stealth. Now.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Let's see here. They have a +7. They notice you. So you kind of like stumble a little bit. It's not so much you, it's just the tree kind of like flaps a little bit as you move through. And when you kind of get in, you're able to get into a point where you can see them, but it's at that point that they all 3 look up at you. And almost immediately they start freaking out, but not like a scared way, like a, "oh shit, we have guests" way, as they run around the room and grab small little rocks and bring them close to the table, which you see that they were using as chairs. So they've made a place for you guys to sit at the table, and now they are both kind of like gesturing you guys closer by using their with hand motions.
Fuck yes, tea party, let's go.
Levi stands up and gives a deep bow, and he says, "Hello, friends. My name is Levi, and this is Dell. And are you inviting us to dine with you?"
They kind of like tilt their head to the side, and they just kind of gesture to the plate there and like bring it closer. At this point, the 2 that had the cutlery have like successfully chopped off a piece of this pine cone, and they've kind of shifted it over. They stick it on one of them fork, and they both are holding that fork together and holding it up to both of you guys as if to offer it to you.
Oh my god, it's so
Levi-
fucking cute.
Levi loves this. He's going to slowly move forward, and extend his hand as if to take the fork.
And Dale, what are you doing at this time?
I'm gonna walk over and sit down at the table, I guess. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna be sitting outside the house, but whatever, as close as I can get here.
You get as close as you can. Now, there's two things you can do. You can sit outside the house. You are still like within reaching distance of everything, but you're not really close. Or you can sit at where they have their chair. However, you'd be sitting on half of their house.
I'm gonna sit on the chair. I mean, they offered.
So yeah, they you kind of just sit down. Now, Levi, you grab the fork with the pine cone. What are you gonna do with it?
Eat it.
Well, Levi doesn't want to be rude, so he's going to eat it.
Okay. You eat it, and it makes them ecstatic. They kind of just run around and go crazy. The one that was holding the fork with the pine cone just kind of like runs up to you and like hops on your shoulder, and is just like kind of like mimicking hugging you.
How big are these guys again?
They're so tiny.
Okay, would Levi be able to give it head pats with like one of his fingers?
Yes.
Levi does that.
Best day
And
ever.
he chuckles because this is fucking adorable.
All right, so they continue to cut the rest of the pine cone and divvy it out amongst themselves, and they give you a piece of it as well, Dale.
I'm gonna, pretend to eat it and try and palm it. You know,
Roll
like,
me
like,
sleight
oh,
of-
put it in my pocket.
Roll me a sleight of hand with this, with advantage.
With advantage, baby. Okay, that's not true.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to get it out there. They don't notice at all, and yeah. So yeah, you found a Chewingo. One of them has bonded to Levi and is now kind of just hanging out with him. The other two kind of they are like mimicking showing you they're around their house. So like they go to like a room that has like what seems to be a rug, which is just a big leaf, and like a
TV. This is my crib.
Yeah, like they're showing you their fire, and they mimic rubbing their hands together and putting it in front of the fire. They do a lot of things that they've seen humans do. And
What is our goal here again? What are we doing with Chewingus?
We wanted to capture one to show Lady.
mm-hmm.
Just to show, right? Not to give.
Danica. No, she wants one.
Yeah, I think she.
What if we could convince them? What if we could convince them to move their house to the other city, and like live there instead, and so she could see them but not possess them?
That would be a rather difficult undertaking, given that you can't speak to them at all.
That's true.
Look, they don't.
And I don't know how
They
they would
don't
react to
probably
you,
understand the concept of any of that. Just
like packing up their house. They may assume you're destroying their house.
No, like what? Okay, what if there was a way for us to move their house without damaging it, like keeping it intact? Like if we could move it like they move a manufactured home, because I imagine it's pretty small, right?
It's about 3 feet by 3 feet around, and it's just a bunch of rocks stuck into the snow. So one, you would be shoveling this. You grab the snow, which out in the tundra would never have an issue of melting.
Shit.
But as far as moving it, I mean,
Okay, here's the.
you're cutting in and out, by the way, Levi. I think you're wherever you are in your car, your voice is not good enough. while we wait, are you still there at the vaccine? Are you waiting now, or have you gotten your vaccine?
No, I just pulled up to my house.
Oh, okay. Well, then we'll come back to you in just a second. Let's go back to Rosemary.
Cool.
And Bitte.
I think Rosemary had to step away.
Oh.
She sent a message in Discord.
Oh, okay. Well then, let's go back to Levi and and Dale. So, yeah.
Okay. So.
Oh God, potential.
Damn. She. So, Danica wants a Chewinga. Mm-hmm. Yes, like she wants to own research. One as a pet.
No, for research.
Ooh, I don't like that either. These guys are way too cute. I don't think this is something Levi like. These are wildly.
She's a scholar, and she is researching the Chewinga as a way to improve Icewind Dale's climate. She's thinking that they might have a key to. She thinks that they can, by studying one of them, that they can kind of help with the everlasting winter. That is what she said.
Ooh. Did anybody do insight on that?
No. Not that I remember. They were all too happy that they were being given a magical lantern.
That's fair.
Yeah, it was kind of distracting.
Okay. Yeah, these guys are so cute, and they have a house, and they're like mimicking people, and I don't know that Levi would feel comfortable. First of all, capturing one. At this point, it would feel like kidnapping, and not like capturing a wild animal. And then delivering it to, listen, Levi was a soldier, okay? Scholarly things are not his deal, and he's always been mistrustful of the people who are smarter than him, because they do be doing crazy shit out here. And he just can't understand their motivations. So I don't think this is something that Levi wishes to participate in. And I think now Levi wishes to speak to the party about that.
All right. Well then, how are you guys?
But,
so you sit there in the grove, the clearing inside the grove, play house for a little bit. How do you plan on kind of like? Are you just gonna walk away? Are you gonna try to mine them?
I would hold on. Let me, now that I'm back, I can pull up my character sheet. I want to see what I have, because I want to, like, you don't go to a house party and you not bring a gift.
It's true. Your character sheet shows you have common clothes, a coke of billowing, a deck of cards, the tea leaf happen axe, and a hilt of a broken sword.
Yeah. You know what I think I would do? I imagine that by now, like, so it shows that, like, I've got my collective wealth right now is 10 gold pieces, but I imagine that it's actually broken up into like smaller increments of money. So I think Levi would pull out, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do 5 gold. I'll do like 20, we'll do 30 silver, which should leave me with like 200 copper. Because it's 100 copper for a gold, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I think Levi would like to. Yeah, in my bag, yeah. They're like pennies.
I know, but still 200 pennies though.
Yeah, we'll change. Okay, hold on. We'll say he has
maybe like 50 pennies.
Yeah, which would be like 5 silver, right? So it'd be like 45 there, and then 50 here. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, so I think he will pull out like 3 copper pieces, and he will like present them to each, like one to each of the Chewingas as like a gift to say thank you for the meal.
The one that was. The one that's on your shoulder kind of just sticks them in their, like, within their bodies. It's kind of hard to describe. They're like a little wrapped up, kind of like the top of a thatch roof. Kind of stick it within the bodies. One of them takes off their mask and puts the copper coin on their face and ties it to their face. And the other one sets it on the plate and starts to act like it's eating it.
Love that. That's fine.
I would die
I just
for
needed them
you.
to. I just needed them to understand that, like, Levi was giving, like, they gave Levi something, and now Levi is giving them something.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was going for. So I will take that all day. And then I think Levi once again bows, and he says, "Thank you for the meal. It was a pleasure to make your acquaintance, and I believe my friend and I will be leaving." And he, like, gestures back the way that they came.
Okay. Dell, is there anything you'd like to do before you head on out of this clearing?
Shouldn't we take one?
So at this time, there's still 2 that are sitting on the plate, and the one that's on Levi's shoulder has not left.
Okay, we got one. We're good.
What do you mean we got one?
Huh? Yeah. I mean, right. It's on your shoulder.
What about it? He's just hanging out for a ride.
Right. Just going for a ride.
I think, okay, also, I think Levi just does not, I don't know that he actually knows that we're supposed to be capturing one.
I would think that Dell probably just told you we need to bring one to her.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, like, Levi's not about the kidnapping, but if it, like, voluntarily agrees to come with, then he's not going to say anything about it.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, you guys make your way back out the clearing. The 2 Chewingas that were not with you guys stay there and kind of wave to you as we go by, and the other Chewinga just finds a good place to situate himself inside your the folds of your cloak around your neck, and just hangs out.
Love that. There's, like, fur around the neck, so, like, he could absolutely, like, make himself a little, like, nest bed.
Yeah, he's just relaxing, chilling. And so you guys
Love
make
that
your
for
way
him.
back towards the northern light. As you guys are approaching, you see Jarthra, the dwarf, enter with Trovis, and you guys enter just slightly after them. And so you are back there in the northern light, and as you guys get in, you see Rosemary and Bitte are kind of sitting off to the side. They have a few flagons of ale in front of them, and they're just drinking as Trovis and this dwarf are speaking. The Jarthra is the dwarf, and he's the one who's speaking to Nildar, who's very groggy, has a black eye and a bloody nose now, and is just kind of like the Jarthra and Nildar are speaking in Dwarvish, and you kind of catch Jarthra translate for Trovis, saying, his name is Nildar Sunblight, I think. Yes. Oh, okay, well, ask him why he stole the stuff. Jarthra translates in Dwarvish, and Nildar kind of spits back at him and says a response, which Jarthra translates for you guys, saying, I don't know how to say this. It's rather vulgar, but essentially he has no respect for us, and said something about grinding us under the heels of his father's army. Kind of menacing, honestly. So at this point, you guys are in the room. Trovis is there, and he kind of gestures you guys over, and he's like, come on, quick. You seem strong. See if you can get some information out of this guy with Jarthra. I see some ale that I think Rosemary and Bitte need some help with. Yeah. And you kind of hear Corey mutter under her breath, "Damn drunk."
Levi just rolls his eyes and then points to, like, get him out of the way.
All right.
And
So
just, like,
you were
lets
there
him
now.
go off.
You were there now next to Trovis, who is not next to Trovis, who next to Jarthra, who is interrogating Nildar, and he kind of just, what do you want me to ask him? He's, I give you a rough translation. You know, Duergar and dwarves share the same script, but we don't are kind of a different dialect of sorts.
And Del, feel free to pitch in here. I wasn't here for the last session, so you probably know more about them than we do, than I do at least. But
Ask him about that army.
That army, okay. Jarthra says something in Dwarvish, and kind of, Nildar just looks and glares at him, and then just says, "What?" Kind of just turns his head away, doesn't really want to answer anything. And Jarthra looks back at you guys. He's like, he's kind of. I think he kind of gets what we're going at here, and you might need to be a little rough or frightening if we want to get some more information out of him.
Levi stands up to his full height and makes his cloak billow, and considers whether or not to strike him. I want to make an intimidation check, but I want to pair the intimidation with the punch, if that makes sense. Would you give me advantage if I did that?
Let's go with this. Are you
I'm
trying
gonna pull
to
out a
hit him?
dagger and lick it?
Yeah, I think with both you and
To assist.
Levi. Yeah.
That's my help action.
I'll give you advantage. Both of you guys being really. I mean, he's already seen that you have no qualms against killing his people. But he did see you die, Levi, and he did fight against Dale and kind of get away from there, although he never hit you. But we'll give you advantage on intimidation. Yes.
Well, okay, I will also add, he saw me
punch him.
He saw me die, yes. I assume he also, as he was making his way through the main room, registered that I kind of handled shit pretty well before that. The Ogre Zombie was dead at my feet, although I didn't deal the killing blow. Mm-hmm. And then the Scorn, or whatever, the enlarged Duergar was also dead at my feet.
Right.
So, there was, Levi is capable.
His last impression of you is when he saw you die.
Fair.
And
which clearly I'm not dead.
I'm giving you an advantage. You have advantage. I don't know. But
fair.
Yeah. Anyways, would you also like to punch him?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Non-lethally or lethally?
Oh, no, non-lethally. Just a nice little hook to the jaw here.
Okay. All right.
I imagine he's been restrained, but he's also gotten his rest in, so he's not on the verge of death.
He has not had a long rest. It has not been 8 hours since you guys last beat the shit out of him. And he did just get punched by Trovis. So he actually is still looking pretty bad. Nobody's really offered it. You guys have done it as little medical attention as you can to him.
Actually, in that case, I would like to not punch him because I'm concerned that with Levi's strength, he might kill it. Because it would be 1 plus strength, right? So he'd deal 5 damage.
Yeah, that would put him out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so let's not do that. Because Levi would just... Also, he's kind of small, so I imagine if Levi really leaned into a punch, it would be like getting hit by a rock the size of your whole head. So let's not do that. We're going to skip the punch. We're just going to do advantage on intimidation here. I have the proficiency.
15. All right.
Take that 15.
So we'll kind of just hand wave a lot of the translation here and kind of go into what you guys have heard from him. So Nildar, kind of when you guys get into it, he reveals that he was the commander of the outpost you destroyed. He kind of talks about how he finds it unbelievable that you all were able to best him and his men. But it was most likely because you took him by surprise and it was not a fair fight. He does mention that his father, who he calls Zardarok, has been searching through 10 towns. He kind of mentions it like more of like a there's nothing you can do about this. For Shardolin, which is that shard that he you kind of put 2 and 2 together. That's that crystal that you found in his desk, on his desk, Dale. His father is obsessed with it and is attempting to forge a dragon out of it.
What now?
His father, Zardarok, is forging a dragon out of Shardolin. So Shardolin is...
I laugh a little when Jarthris or whatever, I don't remember the dwarf's name.
Jarthra.
I was close. Whenever Jarthra tells us that, I'm going to laugh a little.
He's trying to create life?
Oh, yes. He says his father's forge is so powerful that it can breathe life into this crystal. So once they've finished forging and melding this crystal into one large piece, then it will rain terror upon the 10 towns, and the Duergar will claim the surface as their own, essentially.
Stupid.
And he does mention that, it's a shame that you took out his outpost because they were in such a ideal position to lay assaults to the Dwarven Valley. And so the last thing he does say is, my father is more powerful than any of you filthy creatures could imagine. You do not understand the glory of it, the power we found in the ice. None of you do. But you will soon learn when my father unleashes his terror upon 10 towns. Your doom will soar upon the crystal dragon's wings. And that's pretty much all the information you guys are able to get out of him.
Do we know if there's anywhere where we can imprison him? Is there a jail or a cell or somewhere we can put him where he will remain safely, where nobody has to keep an eye on him
You could ask
constantly?
Trogus.
I would like to do that.
Yeah, I was jail? We don't have no jail in here. Typically when we have anybody who's really a threat that we don't want to kill, we'll send one of the larger towns and they'll hold them for us. I suppose we could go up to the ruined care.
You can switch the TV on.
Oh, yes. I'll be right back, guys.
Cool.
Man, speaking of the ruined care reminds me that there was that other town we found along the way that we were like, oh, this is important. We should come back here very quickly. And then we just kind of forgot. Or at least I forgot.
Was it at the beginning of the campaign?
No, last session.
Oh.
Oh, that's right. You weren't here.
Yeah, I wasn't here. But let me look up a map of Icewind Dale.
Care something, I guess, or
no, I don't want to shop for one. I just want a picture of one.
Care Dinivel.
Care Dinivel.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Let me put my baby is screaming and I need to put her show on the TV.
Fun times.
Yeah. Oh man, she's been not having a good day.
No.
She's not been having a good week. Her teething is real.
Oh yeah.
Real upsetting her. I mean, I was listening. I don't know if you guys. I doubt it picked up on the microphone, but I could hear her from upstairs with my door closed, of how much she was just
That's crazy.
Screaming downstairs. Okay, let me make sure this playing. now that is done. Do apologize for that little distraction. And yes, so where we were. So Trovis is mentioning...
Corey,
yes.
Side note, I realized, and I don't know if you meant to do this or not, but neither of our Discord recording homies are active.
Oh, yes, that's fine. I recorded off.
Okay, cool.
We have a redundancy record from Twitch, and then I also have it recording as the video on my thing.
Okay, cool.
And I can pull the audio from there. So right now the recording is not dropped at all, which is good. Stream might have.
Love that.
I don't think
Okay.
I changed I adjusted the settings and everything of mine beforehand, so I think we should be good there. But yes.
Yeah, I just noticed that like Geark and his homie were not active in the Discord.
And his Craig, his cousin, Craig and his cousin Geark are both little bitches who don't seem to work correctly. Anyways,
Fair.
so Trovis
Right,
was
back to
mentioning, I suppose we could put him up in the care. You probably have some jail cells that might still be intact up there, but I don't understand why we want to keep him alive.
No, listen, I'm no intellectual mastermind, but you would think that when you capture someone who is an enemy to you, who has valuable information, and who is the son of the leader of the Dwergar army, you keep him alive.
He doesn't really have any much more information, it seems. Jartha kind of got all of it out of him, did he not? Anyways, I would like to know what my fellow speaker wants to do with this. He's the man of authority here, and he kind of just looks at you, Levi, and kind of just turns to Dell now. Just slights you real hard there, Levi.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna fly.
Loving it.
Yeah. What is the distance between me and this Dragonborn?
You guys are fairly close.
Yeah, Levi closes the gap. Is he sitting down?
No, he's standing up.
Yeah, Levi closes the gap, and he gets right in the dude's face, no, like without hesitation. And he's gonna get right in the dude's face, and he's gonna be like, "I will not allow you to disrespect me. I don't care that this is your town. We have done work for you. We have assisted you, and I do not deserve your disrespect. I will give you one chance to retry all of everything that you've just said."
Trovis just kind of, without blinking an eye, he didn't flinch at all when you rushed into him, takes a swig of his ale, and he's like, "Oh, well, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings there, mister. But these thieves have terrorized our townspeople. And unless you want to go to each and every one of the individuals here in town and convince them that we should leave this Durigar, whom, after speaking with Rosemary and Bitte, has already attempted to run away once. Do you want him to run back to his father and inform them of everything we have? Do you think not he would enact revenge not against you, but against our town? Are you going to stay here in our town and protect us?"
Well, I appreciate the fact that you are able to identify that you are weak and need protecting. I have no intention to stay here. What I will say is the following. If there is truly an army, and if there is a Dwergar incursion coming, he could be a viable negotiation tool to assist in sparing the town or find a way to come to a peaceful resolution.
Jarthra kind of chimes in here a little bit. So, yeah. Have you had a lot of experience with the Durigar?
Without turning away from whatever the Torbis or whatever the stupid guy's name is, he just shakes his head.
Well, let me let you know this: the Durigar are just wholly cruel creatures, and if you think that this father will bat an eye that his son has gotten captured, I hate to say it, but I believe you're living in a fantasy world. He will send nothing but destruction our way. We cannot let him know that we have Nildar, and the best way to do it is to kill him.
Can I do an insight check on the speaker to see if he's like, yeah, he didn't flinch when I stepped into him, but like, is like, because clearly he didn't want to go after them himself, and he is not strong enough to do shit like that. Can I do insight to see if like I get the feeling that he's actually a coward?
Sure.
My insight isn't great, but I feel like Levi is like now sizing this guy up to see whether or not he can do the nitty-gritty stuff that is needed to be done.
You really don't. I mean, it's not that Trovis is saying that he's needs protection or that he's weak, but he is one person in a town of, let's see, 150, and he can pretty much gather, maybe 10% of that to protect them. If we're talking about a dragon here, and not only a dragon, the Durigar, which are known to turn invisible, his comment on meaning protection was just a matter of, we have so many people, it's impossible without somebody else being here, to assist. But you weren't here last time, so your character knows this, but your person does not know this. He spent a lot of time talking about all of his like previous encounters with a bunch of random people that he beat up. So like groups of kobolds, ogres, trolls. He's fought them all. He's a seasoned adventurer.
Okay, cool.
And just to kind of like lay your insight onto everyone else in there as well, Jarthra is telling the truth, and I don't think that you've had much interaction with the Durigar, but Bitte would back him up in saying they have, yes, they, families and everything, respect for that, but when it comes to like the father caring that his son got captured, he wouldn't send anybody to free him. He would send somebody to just burn the town down. As seeing as like his son is weak.
So what they want, like, okay, so now what the town wants is an execution.
Not as much like a public one, but they just think the easiest way is to murder them. I mean, Trovis just wants to slit his throat and be done with it, pretty much.
Honestly, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah. So Del, what is your response? Because I know Bitte or Levi he inserted himself in there when he had that little slight, but Travis was talking to you and asked you like, what do you want to do?
Oh yeah, no. As soon as Levi stepped in, I'm just like popcorn.
He's like, hey, good. Somebody else is talking to him. Excellent.
Levi takes a step back, and looks this dragonborn up and down, and he says, "So you would kill him in cold blood, and not even give him a chance?"
If you would like to fight him one-on-one, I see no problem with this, but just know if and when you are defeated.
Are you too afraid? Are you too afraid to fight him one-on-one?
My pride does not need any extra here.
This is your town, is it not? And this is your sentence that you wish to carry out. Why don't you do it?
Fair enough. Trovis sidesteps around you, pulls a dagger out of his pocket, and slits Nildar's throat. No.
No. Levi is not letting him pass.
Okay, so you're not letting him pass, but he pulled the dagger out. How do you react?
Levi steps in between them. He said, "No, fight him 1-on-1. Give him a fighting chance."
He kind of
slitting his throat.
He tosses the dagger to, let's see, Jartha. Kind of just like maneuvers around you, throws the dagger to Jartha, and he's like, "Fine, untie him." So like he cuts Nildar's restraints, and the first thing Nildar does is enlarge himself. He has no weapon, but he has, he's as big as he can. Nildar throws.
Levi snaps his fingers, and points to the exits so that Bite and Rosemary and himself can cover exits so that he doesn't turn invisible and try to sneak out.
Oh, he doesn't. He grabs a table and like immediately swings at Jarthra. Nildar does with this giant table here. And so we're gonna go improvised weapon with double strength here. What is an improvised weapon attack? I think it's a D6? D4? D6?
I think
I'm gonna go with fist. Well, let's go with the D6. Okay.
Here, I'll pull it up.
I want to say.
I think.
I'm pretty sure that it is. Okay, so it's
improvised weapon. It's 1d4.
1d4. Okay, so 1d4. But because he's larger, I'm gonna give him. He picks up the. Let's go with this. Let's bring it back. He's gonna pick up a chair. He's gonna enlarge. That's gonna enlarge the chair with him. So he's gonna swing with a 2d6 here at Jarthra. Jarthra had cut his thing up, took a step back, wasn't really quite ready to be smacked in the face with a giant with a chair, and we're gonna give this guy 1d20 plus 2. A 14 against Jarthra will. He has the character block of a scout, which means that he is most likely going to get smacked in the face here. Yes, he does. So this is 2d6 plus 4. Actually, let me make sure that I'm getting this right with his enlarge going on. Okay, where is it? Where is this Druigar? Oh, it's right here. He doubles the damage dice and the strength of his weapons, including in the attacks, and makes sure. Yep, so just 2d4 plus 4, 2d6 plus 4 for 9 damage to Jarthra, who basically just gets knocked in the back of the head. Not knocked in the back of the head, but knocked over the head and falls to the ground. Just broken chair everywhere. Pretty badly hurt there. And the Duergar moves forward right up into Trovis's face. And Trovis being...
Yeah, Levi will take a step back and he'll let Trovis... He wants to watch what Trovis does here.
I'm gonna rush over to Jarvis and see if he's still breathing.
Yeah, he is. He kind of just is rubbing his head, and you kind of just scooch out of the way. Trovis walks up. Now that
I'll kind of drag him off.
Yeah, drag him out of the way. Trovis grabs his longsword off of his side, palms it in 2 hands, and just swings. Sorry, it's whisper roll, but a 24, a 17. He deals 18 damage and just cuts Nildar down. The first one goes right across his chest, opening up his like very clearly cleaving through his ribs. And the next one he like sinks into right to where he thinks his heart is, and then just like slowly walks forward and pushing this in further and further. And down goes Nildar. And he kind of
Levi just nods.
He slicks his hand. He pulls his sword out, throws it down, like cleans it off, and he turns to Levi and he's like, "I get what you were doing here, but your whole show of strength got a good man bashed over the head with a chair.
He's fine."
So just remember this."
Give him a pat on the back.
Jarthar's kind of just like he's
Throws up a little.
wiping some blood off the top of his head. It's like, anyways.
In fact, the blame here isn't mine. Your impatience led to him getting bashed over the head with a chair. If you had simply prepared and then let him go when you were ready, it wouldn't have happened. But I appreciate you giving him...
You wanted a fair fight. He was already injured. I couldn't prepare myself and be right in his face whenever it started to fight. That would not be fair, would it?
I merely meant to allow Jartha to get out of the way before the Dwergar was released, since he was not the one fighting.
Well, you obviously, and hopefully this is an example of how unhonorable the Dwergar are. Jartha was not a participant in this fight, and yet he was the first one to be attacked, merely because he was close. What if Ali had been there? Or Corey? Do you see now your bravado can cause such trouble out here on the tundra? I don't know where you are from, but we are a bit more rough and rugged out here. You can't take any chances when it comes to those who are evil.
Taking chances in one thing is one thing. Killing an individual in cold blood is not only immoral, but will just lead to more problems down the line.
May Auril have mercy on your soul, good sir. For I fear your adventurers here in Icewind Dale will seriously mute your honorable ways. But, clapping his hands, enough of this. This has become too much of a dreary situation. Jartha, quick, help me clean this guy up. We'll drag him out back, throw him out, and I'm sure the wolves will get to him within a short time. Corey, Ali, if you would.
Does the corpse shrink when it dies?
It would shrink, yes.
Or does he stay enlarged?
Yeah, that would be rather unfortunate to have to get him out. No, he shrinks back down. Ali, Corey, please get these other gentlemen some mead. And oh, that reminds me. Go and fetch that boy from Goodmead. I forgot they have a missive for Del Nadre.
Interesting.
Okay. Ali walks out. Corey brings a meal, a nice warm meal, and some more ale, and mentions that she's prepared the rooms upstairs should you need to stay another day. And it is this point, doesn't take too long. You guys are about midway through your meal before the door opens up, and standing in the doorway is Justice de Morbray. The poor little community service doing lumberjack from Goodmead. He kind of comes in huffing and puffing. Dale, speaker, sir. Granny has a message for you, and kind of flips off this piece of paper and hands it to you.
All right. Is something wrong? Is it?
Well, not in Goodmead, but another town has requested help, and
Settlement.
Need your assistance, yes. And within the letter, Granny writes, I hope your travels are doing well, or are going well, good speaker. I know it has been just a short little while before you left our town, but we already need you to assist another town, and I believe this opportunity would be best done with post haste so that no other speakers may catch wind of this issue and try to claim the fame for themselves. I suppose you may or may not have heard that Lonely Wood has been having some issues with wildebeests or wild beasts, rather intelligent ones from what my speaker friend has mentioned. She mentions the speaker of Lonely Wood, which is a halfling by the name of... Sorry, just had it here. A halfling by the name of Nimsy Huddle.
Is this is a letter, right? It's not being orally
Yes, this is a letter.
distributed? Okay, never mind.
Nimsy has sent word, and we've been very good friends. She is a rather fond. She has a rather fondness of Goodmead's mead, and we've shared many of glass over a table of cards in the years. And so she has sent this message to me, requesting assistance from each of the speakers. I thought this might be a good opportunity for you to show off not only that Goodmead is now up and coming with a new speaker, willing to help out and put our name out there, but I'm sure there'll be some treasure in it for you. And that's pretty much how she ends it. She just tells you to make your way to Lonelyhood with most haste.
So I'll relate to the party. I'm like, and so Granny Olivessa sends a letter, and I guess there's been some drama going on in Lonelywood, which I'll definitely make eye contact with Levi as I say that.
Yeah, Levi perks up at the mention of Lonely Wood.
Yeah, I think my roofer is here, so
Okay.
I think I gotta call it here.
Yeah.
Yes, this
Perfect.
is a good opportunity. So we will call our session here. Although
I got it about. He's already knocking at the door.
No worries.
Bye.
Head out. Bye, Del. So that was session 5. I hope everyone that is out there is watching this or listening, either watching us on Twitch if you're doing it live, or you're watching us on YouTube, where we have all of our past sessions uploaded for you to view and catch up on any of the shenanigans that our party has got themselves into. We will be resuming our next session. We'll be meeting again on May 22nd at 9:30 a.m., playing to roughly about 1:30 or so. And we may have something in the meantime, depending on whether or not it arrives in time, but may have a nice little surprise that we will show off on both our website, which is everybodysamimic.wordpress.com, or on stream at twitch.tv/everybodysamimic. I am Corey, your Dungeon Master and host. I was joined today by Blake, who plays Del Nadre, who had to just leave. Rosemary, or Rachel, who plays Rosemary, who had to leave earlier and kind of dipped out without saying goodbye. Bete, who was not here, who was played by Carson. And finally, Levi,
who's played by me, Ben. Thanks everybody for listening, and we always appreciate your support.
Exactly, yes. So if you please check our WordPress website out. Please subscribe and like our page, both on YouTube and here in Twitch. And we do hope that you will come out and watch us again in 2 weeks. So until next time, y'all have a wonderful weekend.
Have a good weekend, everyone. Thanks.
Bye-bye. All right. Oh my God, stop recording, damn it.